The Past and James video series is brought to you by channelfireball.com and CardBoard.Live. Hello everybody, my name is James Su, and today I am going through a vintage playthrough with my friend Roland Chang. Roland, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, James?
I'm doing really good. This is going to be literally the first time that I play vintage of any kind. I have never cast a Black Lotus in my life, so I am really excited to do this. Although it's not paper, it's Magic Online. That does make it a lot more affordable. So to answer your question, I'm doing super well.
Awesome. Well, you're in for a big surprise. Casting one of those Lotuses is like, free money, right? So it's a great deck that you are going to be piloting here. And hopefully I can give you some good advice on, how to pilot what resembles something that just won Eternal Champs for North America last year. So this is based off of Joe Brennan's championship deck, and it is one hell of a deck that, it's very complicated, but it's also quite fun. I would say it almost resembles like a legacy play style because of the infamous banned Deathrite Shaman that you see there. But man, have you even done any solitaire,
I played one or two test games on Magic Online. Just it's not a league, but there's a tournament practice, and it looked like every game I didn't know what I was doing. I was either blowing my opponent out or getting blown out. So I guess I technically went through a few games, but I still have no idea what I'm doing, as it were.
All right, cool. Well, I can't say I'm the biggest expert on this stuff right now, but I've definitely shifted over my traditional gameplay of workshops, being an expert on that stuff, and going into some more of the blue decks, going from anywhere from Paradoxical outcome decks to mentor control decks before the mentor got restricted, and even Oath at times. So BUG is a natural transition for me, considering I'm a pretty heavy Delver player in Legacy, and definitely played Deathrite Shaman as well during its heyday.
Sweet. Yeah, that's definitely what attracted me to the deck, was Deathrite Shaman and being reunited with this card. But is there something that you can tell us generally about this deck? Like, maybe walk me through maybe the game plan and, what you're generally trying to do with a deck like this.
Sure. So we'll start with the mana base. It's a very consistent and tight mana base here that is also very disruptive. So most of the time with the 18 lands and the 3 Moxen and 1 Lotus, you're really trying to get up to 3 mana as fast as possible. But during that time in the early turns, it's really playing this wasteland game and mana denial. If you can get down a turn 1 Collector Oof, you're really slowing down the entire game so that it's down to a halt. And then by turn 2, hopefully, you'll be able to ramp up into, let's say, a Narset, something else as disruptive as a Leovold, and I think there's one more, if I remember right. Nope, I think that's all of them. The main disruption there, plus you have Assassin's Trophy for those early on threats too. But Vendilion Click, there it is. Yeah, couldn't see in the list.
Yeah, we have the Brazen Borrower and the Vendilion Click, sure.
Exactly. So each of those things at 3 mana costs really serve a different purpose, and they are answers to the current metagame. Even Oko is in there, so it's not the strongest, I wouldn't say, inside this deck. However, it definitely can have a presence on the board and take over a game pretty effectively late game, especially when there's everybody's taxed out for all of their forms of removal, or the games come to more or less a standstill.
Gotcha.
But you have your traditional, Force of Will package combined with, an extra Force of Negation.
Force of Negation, yep. It's right here.
There you go. Sweet. There. Yeah, so you have that, and on top of that, you have Force of Vigor for those, early Paradoxical plays, or even just workshop going into turn one Soul Ring plus a let's say another accelerator like what's that 3/2? I can't remember the top of my head right now, but it's the one that basically makes everything cost one less. But yeah, those things can be pretty effective against those like super fast starts with artifact decks, and really great answers to really slow the game down back to something where you can kill them in 10 turns with Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah. That sounds great. And for those who are not familiar with your background, can you tell us a little bit about your experience and knowledge of Vintage?
Sure. So I've been playing Vintage or even Type 1 since I started really in 1995. And I played competitively all the way through college. And at the end of college, was able to capture the 2005 Vintage Championships, and took home an awesome Ancestral Recall painting. And then I took some time off, probably 2007 through 2012. And then over the years since coming back in 2012, reestablished myself in the Vintage community, got to really hang out with a lot of my old Vintage crews. And, every year being able to see all these familiar faces and new faces come into the Vintage community over at Eternal Weekend, or even just local Vintage scene on the over on the East Coast,
mm-hmm.
and sometimes on the West Coast in LA when I visit. I mean, it's a fantastic community to be a part of. Sadly, in the last couple of years, it's been a little bit of turmoil in the metagame, considering how broken it is at times, and then Mystic Forge going bananas in Workshop, or I guess nowadays like Underworld Breach trying to establish some stuff over there along with Thoughts of Combo. So it's getting better though, I would say, and Workshops is not the only dominant force. So I think you're stepping into the format at the right time, James, and definitely welcome you to this awesome format.
I don't know when I'll actually be able to afford these things on paper, but this is you got to start somewhere. So yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that introduction.
It can be a little bit of cost prohibitive, but when you look at it, I believe like 98% of the paper tournaments out there too are 10 to 15 proxies. So I'm pretty sure that you could put this legacy deck plus 15 proxies and make it work.
For sure. All right. So let's step into our Vintage League here. Okay. I've selected your list. This is the first time playing Vintage or Vintage League. So let's just see how long it takes to get matched up. And this is evening in East Coast time. Shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, it looks like there's
not too bad.
111 active players. I'm guessing you probably know some of these folks, even if you don't play online. Just whoever they are, they must play paper as well. That's my guess anyway.
Yep. The two that come to mind are the Power 9 and Montolio. So those guys are definitely, top 8 contenders going into every Eternal Weekend. So sweet. Got a match.
Yeah. All right. I would like to play first. All right. So how do we feel about this hand? Is it a keep? We don't have a second blue source.
On the play, this one seems all right. The second blue card will likely come, considering, I don't know, there's, I think, 22 cards in the deck that are blue.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty strong turn one Deathrite play, so I think we roll with it.
Okay.
We can get Fatal Push online by next turn as well if we need to kill something off.
Sweet.
And we have Force of Vigor, which is going to keep us alive.
Right. So we're just going to turn one Deathrite. Mm-hmm.
So,
and we pass the turn.
Yeah, I think if your opponent... Oh, let's see what they got. All right. This might be some kind of lands fast bond type of deck. Looking at Urborg already.
Yeah.
That one resolves.
That's
fine.
That's
Not even going to really bother us that much.
Okay.
So funny enough, we can just like completely negate his turn in his upkeep, I think. So just keep that in mind going into his next turn. After we're done.
I see what you mean. So we're not going to do anything in step. We're just going to untap, right?
Yeah, either that or we can just keep him under his own sphere. So at this point, we just, we go to our turn, though.
Gotcha.
All right, sweet.
All right.
It's kind of fun. We can do a number of things here. So we can strip mine him, but also Force of Vigor in the upkeep and just take out his Soul Ring if we want to, and then trapping him underneath his own sphere of resistance, but we're still functional.
That sounds pretty fun. Do we still play out the Mox Emerald anyway?
Yeah, we do, because we just want to build up our mana base and get up to 3 mana as fast as possible, which is very possible here. So let's start off with that.
Okay. Do we want to play a... Oh, yeah, we couldn't. I was thinking of strip mining and then using the strip mine to play a second Deathrite, but that's not really needed.
No, we want to pitch that Deathrite eventually.
Exactly.
So we can play the strip mine. Let's play the strip mine as well.
Yeah, we're gonna basically strip mine right now.
Yep. And then in order to pay for Force of Vigor, we'll tap the Mox Emerald. Up to you if you want to take out the Sphere of Resistance, but I think they'd be really behind if we destroyed their Soul Ring during the upkeep.
I see. So leave the spear and just kill the Soul Ring. Okay. And
correct.
There's no reason not to just get in for 1, right?
No reason to. Oh, wait. Yeah, no reason to. Yeah.
Okay. It's funny to see a Deathrite go in for 1 in Vintage, but here we are. Okay, so basically we're going to just upkeep. Okay, so now we're going to Force of Vigor, just the Soul Ring.
Yep. Correct.
Yeah. I still have these phobias of misclicking on Magic Online, so bear with me as I play slow.
No worries. I have the same phobia. That's why I don't play online. So thank you for taking that. Yeah. All right. So he's going to try to play this land game with us, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. We're very fortunate to have drawn the Emerald Mox.
Yep. So, okay, we are force backup ready. So we just really attack in there and we just keep on doing that. Or if you want, or actually, you know what? If he wastes here, I think he's behind. So let's just keep on attacking him.
Mm-hmm. So we don't care about leaving the Deathrite behind for some kind of mana. We just basically just get in, right?
Yeah, we just get in. I mean, we can at this point force anything that's like, super relevant, but we're okay to just keep on top decking lands as he's top decking lands too.
Mm-hmm.
Juka?
Yeah, that's totally fine. I mean,
that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically just getting an extra land right now. So.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
I know. We're so close for one of these things. We just need to, I guess we just continue getting in for 1. There's not much else we can do.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the force backup, so we're...
Mm-hmm. Our initial approach was relatively aggressive, but there was that, ability to just, like, shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We let this one resolve, right?
He's trying to get his mana base up. Are we going? I think we let it resolve.
Okay.
Because this could potentially just, we would have other things to force. All right.
We don't care about this stuff, right? I mean, they're running main deck Grave Hate. It doesn't affect us.
Right. Nope, doesn't affect us. We're good.
It's really nice when you're playing Magic and basically your opponent plays dead cards against you.
Yep. So here we are also just ramping up our mana. So let's get that Sapphire out there.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, it looks like unfortunately
Yeah.
we can't actually pay for. Okay, we'll just leave Death right up because we might want to force something. Oh
No
no,
need
actually
to.
no, we
You
have.
can have the Sapphire.
That's right.
Yeah. So just keep on getting in the beats.
Yeah, 17 more turns, it'll all be over.
So we need we need mana at this point, but I think we're still safe. He has 4 cards in hand. Sorcerer's Spyglass. This we will.
We don't really care, right? Because they can't really.
No, we don't really care.
Mhm.
I mean, him like naming. Yeah, so if he names Deathrite Shaman here, it's not like bad situation. I think it's fine.
Is there a case to force it just so that we can guarantee ourselves getting a Sylvan Library? I guess that would also put us pretty behind, right?
You know what? Let's force it. I think that, yeah, let's force it just so we're protecting ourselves there. If you get a fetch land, you're really like back in action because the Sylvan Library then allows you to, fully draw out of it. Let's say like you can also continue to use that Deathrite Shaman, and who knows if he has like recursion for the Wasteland or other things. So, yeah. I feel like this is almost like a Stax deck.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's
so good.
That's not good for us to play it right now. Okay, well, we just get down to the Sylvan Library, right?
We can't play Sylvan Library yet because of the sphere. Yeah.
We could because we can we can make 3 mana.
Oh wait, yeah, he does have mana or lands in the yard.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Yeah, so let's get rid of the Wasteland.
Right.
Because there's some remote chance that they have recursion. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'll say green.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, with a deck like this, you can probably see some nice cards. That's funny. That is funny.
Oh, right. So that's that's coming down. All right. Well, he shuts down a little bit of his mana base, shuts down a little bit of ours. We want to probably draw all 3.
All 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's pay all 4. And we can start to, let's see. Well, what will really help is that Ancestral right here to get us into even more lands. So we can keep it up. I would say let's play the Wasteland.
And just hold up and just pass the turn.
Just hold up. Yeah, and pass the turn.
Okay.
See like what he wants to do.
I like that.
Because he might just like commit to trying to Wasteland us or something, or maybe keep his factory alive.
Oh geez, I passed my turn already. Oh geez.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So we're at Sylvan Library stage.
Well. Okay. We're not dead. We got. Let's pay another 4 life to keep both the Deathrite Shaman and also
the Misty.
Well, actually, I don't know if there's. I think we're okay with if we just get a Tarmogoyf down, really. So just keep let's get the Misty. No, don't pay any life.
Okay, so let's put these on top. So I give you full credit for the brilliant plays, and I take full credit for the misplays. That's just how it works.
Hey, you know what? I totally forgot what Deathrite Shaman did earlier. I'm sure someone's going to say something about it.
Okay, let's think this through. So we're just gonna. Oh, I mean, we have to tap out to play Tarmogoyf, right? The question is, what land do we get?
At this point, we don't have a Bayou. That would be nice to have that here, but let's see. I think it makes sense to have just the forest to be safe because it looks like he's going for the whole like wasteland plan as well.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, and then to be able to get down our, I would not. Oh, yeah, we have to tap that out. Sweet. Okay. So let's get rid of his Urborg.
Yep.
And then get our trusty Goyf in. He's pretty big. Bigger than that Fisher's Factories at least.
Yeah. So what happened is I used F2 and it just completely passed the whole turn because they didn't have another action. So I have to remember not to do that. Okay, we don't have any actions here on their end steps, so we're going to untap. This is nice. We're going to see a fresh 3.
Wow, there's another Tarmogoyf. Okay, so those are fine. We just want to get some more Tarmogoyf action.
Okay.
So just the Tarmogoyf.
Sounds good. So first we're going to attack. I guess we just hold. There's no reason not to, right? No, we do. We do need that just to play.
No. We need the yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, play the other Tarmogoyf and we're good, and then we can cap out this this game with a strong presence on the board.
Sure. It looks like they're not.
Yeah. So this is where we need to really use that wasteland to bump up your Tarmogoyf's power toughness again. But let's just take the underground sea. And I think it's worth actually
just wastelanding now.
Wasteland is factory.
Yeah.
So that he doesn't have that much defense.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else you want to do to pump up the? No, we already have instance, so we're good.
Yeah, let's. Oh wait, don't attack with the Death Right.
Okay.
And then keep him behind so that eventually.
Yeah, we have a 2-turn clock. I mean, we can even Death Right now. We can even drain with them with Death Right, so we're fine.
Yeah.
I think we just fire off the Ancestral, right?
Yeah, Ancestral. I didn't realize it was still your turn. But
no, it's on their turn. It's their turn. It's their end of turn. Yeah, so I'm going to fire it off right now.
Great.
Mm-hmm. And then, I guess we can activate the Death Right, so we'll just let it be.
Yep. Even better. We got some more recruits.
It looks like we're just going to wasteland them again, and we just put the other stuff on top.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll show him the wasteland, waste his next land. He should be able to scoop now. But he's probably just making you play this out just because.
Yep. Sure.
And just attack with the Goyfs. And then you should be able to kill him. Drain. And you're good.
All right. I'm not going to wait till their upkeep. Let's just do that. Oh, I guess I should have picked Force of Will. Okay. All right. Yeah, just try to play a little faster. So, what do we do here in this matchup? What do we bring in?
I didn't see too much that was, a dictating play there besides maybe Null Rod. I mean, it's like a meta-hate deck, but we didn't see too much of it coming out at us. It might be Fastbond deck, so I think what we're looking for here is like take out our Collector Roofs.
And we probably want to put in another Force of Vigor just for the free pitch. Yeah. Do we want the Assassin's Trophy, the 4th one? Or the Force of Negation?
Assassin's Trophy might free it. I think we need the Assassin's Trophy. We don't know what kind of stuff there is coming up. I would say Force of Negation as well. Mm-hmm. I don't put them on a Workshop type deck yet, so no Energy Flux yet. I think that's it.
Okay, the question is we got to take one card out because we're at 61 if we add in the second Force of Negation.
So on the draw, I'd probably go ahead and take out the Treasure Cruise. That's usually my go-to because we can only play that sorcery speed.
Sounds good. I am submitting the deck, and let's see what happens. This looks like a good hand, doesn't it? I'm not a vintage expert, but it looks like a good hand.
Looks perfectly fine. I think on the draw, it would be better on the play, of course, but yeah, just keep it.
Okay.
I'm afraid of him going, turn one into fast pond and then kind of go blah. But we'll see what happens. And we got force back up here. We can pitch one of the Leo Volts if we need to.
Yeah. Do we just let this resolve?
That resolve.
Okay.
Yeah, let that resolve.
Here we are again.
Okay. I think it's fine. I mean, we're going to be playing lands as well. So our first land might as well just be a wasteland. Interesting. Caracas.
Main deck Caracas. Yeah, this is... do we turn one waste or do we just drop go? We do want to develop our board, right?
I think we want to develop our board, but we can run the waste of risk of getting wasted. It might be better just to start with waste, but we're not going to be able to cast anything else otherwise.
Oh, that's true.
He tries to waste our waste.
If we have Tropical Island, we could hold up for a Force of Will, right? Otherwise, we don't have a way to do that.
No, I'm saying the argument for Wasteland is that if they decide to try to waste you, then you can waste back on the Caracas. So you can also tap it out for Force of Will.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so I get you. So let's just basically Wasteland go.
Yep. Because here you are. You're.
It's like I just don't want anyone to play Magic.
I think we forced this one because anything beyond that is just kind of annoying.
Yeah. We're gonna pitch a Leo Volt. Yeah. I love it. Hopefully by now they're out of gas. Oh, you used to play this deck all the time. Or something similar, right? Not as hateful.
Not as hateful. Yeah. We're gonna play a land and pass because we tap out otherwise.
Oh, we're not gonna. Oh, okay, I see. So we're just gonna not ponder. We're just gonna pass. Just play the.
Our pitch card is probably Leovold again, unfortunately, but maybe time walk. But I like to be able to get ahead of the curve.
Sure.
This might be the money shot here. All right, Crucible. Yeah, we got to get rid of that. So, let's.
We're gonna pitch.
I don't think we're casting Leovold anytime soon, but it's also nice to have. But let's pitch Leovold.
I love how I'm playing a format where ponder is restricted. I just love that.
It's not as easy to have all the brainstorms and ponders in the world.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get lucky here and time walk into a land and then play our dealing click, kind of wiping out his plan.
Yep. Okay. Still current churn. I'm just making sure I don't misplay again.
You're fine. Alrighty. Oh, even better. All right, so I think this is where we kind of actually, you know what? I think it's worth trying to tap out both tropicals and cast a ponder.
Okay.
Leave the wasteland up just in case we need to handle Caracas. Sweet. So that means we can.
We want to keep all these, but we want to draw Force of Will this turn. Basically, stack it in this order, or we want to go Spell Pierce, Wasteland, Force of Will.
I think we go Wasteland at the top because we want to draw and hit our land drop. I just want to. I want to try to set up for a. I think it's Wasteland at the top, then Force of Will.
After that?
Spell Pierce.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to play out the wasteland. Do we waste right now, or do we save it?
I think we... Oh, gosh.
Like, we could, next turn,
You know
we
what?
could still play... If we don't waste next turn, we could play Sylvan Library with Force Backup.
Right. Let's waste it.
We're going to waste it now?
Yeah. I think him missing his land drop last turn was a giveaway that Crucible was just stretching to get there.
Okay.
So hopefully he has another Crucible stuck in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just passes back.
Thorn.
Okay.
Let's see. I mean,
Thorn.
Inventor's Fair. Yeah. What's this?
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is like a stack deck. It's a weird stack deck.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. We have to tap out for... Or do we?
No, we can't cast Sylvan Library at this point.
Okay, so we have to pass.
Yeah, pass back.
Okay, they gain 1.
Yeah, and on the bright side, hopefully he doesn't. Okay, doesn't play anything relevant.
Yeah,
we let that go.
Mm-hmm.
Because it costs 2 mana, he has nothing left. So our Spell Pierce is going to be live.
Mm-hmm.
So fortunately, we'll pass on.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in a good spot. I think what we want next is just 1 mana source or a Mox or something to help us get through. But I'm pretty sure if this is like Golos or something, then Lodestone Golem, we gotta definitely force that. Pretty sure pitching the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pitch the Spell Pierce because it's a dead card right now.
Okay. Okay. Well, we just play it.
Better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta pay 2. Oh.
Okay. So pay 3.
Yeah, I did. I must have okay. I tapped an extra one and I can't undo it, so I guess we can't bluff the... Well, there's nothing we can bluff. We can't even bluff Force of Will.
Shit. Hey, James, you tell me, are we running low on time?
Yeah, we have like 6 minutes and 52 seconds on the modal clock. I think we're still okay, but...
I don't think we're going to win this one, so let's cancel this one.
Okay.
Or concede the game. Yep. So that will give us enough time to hopefully lock him down. So I think Collector Oops might be good here, just coming out on the play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, take out 1 Leobold. And then let's see if there's anything else that doesn't really need to. I don't think he's going to be playing too much with Mental Misstep capabilities there, so just take out a Mental Misstep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Fatal Push doesn't seem like it's going to hit anything.
So we can put Treasure Cruise back in on the play.
No. Let's get Energy Fluxes in because he seems to be heavy on artifact control.
Mm-hmm.
Spell Pierce is fine. Narset is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Anything else? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Do we want the 4th trophy, or we take it back out?
Let's take. So we're down to 61. Yeah, let's take it out.
Okay. Let's ride with this.
All right, let's go.
I believe in the heart of the cards.
Let's go broken.
Huh.
Okay. That's actually cool. That's pretty cool.
Is it? Okay. I have no idea, so we're going to keep this.
Yeah, it's a turn 2 Narset, but a turn 1 Energy Flux, which is... Oh, no, turn 2 Energy Flux. Yeah, Wastelands too. I think it's okay to try this out. hopefully he doesn't have a sphere effect.
They mulligan to 6.
I think the play is to go Wasteland into Mox Sapphire.
Wasteland into Mox Sapphire and just pass.
Or Wasteland. Yeah, Wasteland, Mox Sapphire, pass.
Okay.
And we have at least an upper hand slightly at double Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
See how he responds.
Mana Crypt. Okay. Oh.
That's fine.
Yep.
Perfectly fine. Yeah, he's going to lose his board. Unless he just wants to keep his Mana Crypt around.
Mm-hmm.
So I think our worst enemy here is going to be Tolarian Academy if he ever plays it, but we have that covered.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good news. I think we can crack him, but with the energy fluxes, we should be good to just be struggling there.
Okay.
Because we have the Wastelands to also keep him locked down.
What are they most likely to name here? They cannot name Wasteland, or they could. Yeah, they could name Wasteland, but it doesn't prevent us from energy fluxing. And
yeah, I think they're
Mox is a mana
looking
ability.
at looking at what their hand's going to do versus this, and naming our set might be just a temporary
Misty
thing.
Rainforest. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now they're wasting
All right.
Switch. Makes a ton of sense.
Okay. So not Misty Rainforest. Oh, sweet. Alrighty.
Just beat down.
Let's get the beatdown going. Even though it's 1-2.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna get bigger.
It's gonna be bigger. Gotta be optimistic. So next turn play, if we can get it down there, hopefully.
They win the flip. That's
energy flux.
Yeah.
Oh, they won the flip? Oh, bam. Okay, so 3 mana. Hopefully it's not a Crucible. Oh, geez. They have double Wasteland too.
Yeah.
Alrighty. But, Mana Crypt's on our side. Hopefully, enough.
Yeah. I love it when you face a prison deck that has all these pieces and they also play Wastelands. This is pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fear resistance.
So the whole game is, can we resolve energy flux? That's a good draw.
All right, we get our dude, and he's gonna help us ramp up.
Okay. So we're gonna just get in for one.
Yep. And then play our Death Right with Underground.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Underground.
It's the only way.
Yeah.
Oh, not that one. It's gonna be.
Oh, black mana.
Yeah. Oh, gotta pay. Yeah. Okay, we're running a little bit tight on time, but I think we're still okay.
Yeah. If he doesn't have another sphere effect, I think we're going to be all right. And then we just have to get...
oh, no.
A Tabernacle?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're just Tabernacle costs. Paying both guys.
Okay, we're going to pay off the actual, I guess I'm trying to figure out which... what do we pay with?
Pay them both. Just it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You want to pay with both and go for a beatdown at this point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we will be able to free up the black mana eventually. So, that's good. That's a good draw.
Yeah.
So we can Ancestral.
Yes, we could. So we're just going to attack with the Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, and then we want to play the Wasteland so
And
we
just
can
pass
Ancestral.
up.
Yeah. No. Play the Wasteland and Ancestral.
Just right now.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's fine. See what's going on here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yep. Just pass turn.
Mm-hmm. It'd be nice if they actually lost the flip one of these days.
Oh my gosh, was that 3 in a row?
Yeah.
Damn. Rough.
Opponent's on a heater.
So,
Yeah, I guess we can't do anything. We're tapped
well,
out.
opponent at this point is trying to just survive. Make sure we just pay for.
Sure.
Let's get rid of.
We're gonna get rid of the tabernacle on our
the,
turn, right?
Correct. Yeah, just paying for that guy.
Okay. And do we waste right now? No, we don't. We don't care, but we're going to. Do we attack with both?
You know what?
Just Tarmogoyf. Let's
Just Tarmogoyf. Yeah.
Okay, and then we're gonna play another land.
Yep. Waste the.
We don't have to waste now, right? We just.
No.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Just pass it.
Wait. Oh shit! I just noticed that. Like, could have taken the time walk. Sorry, this is getting a little hectic with the 3 minutes left.
Exactly.
He just won again. Oh my gosh.
Well, we're ready for whatever they play.
Yeah, that's true. We got.
Okay, we're gonna
Yep.
force pitching. I don't care, Narset or something, right?
Narset. Yep. Narset. Funny enough, that actually helps us a lot with keeping us artifact and creature in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweet. We got rid of the tabernacle.
All right, we're just gonna attack.
So, yep. I think we time walk here. So.
Okay. We're gonna just drain them, right?
We can't. He has Sorcerer's Spyglass on Misty.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, and then second turn we get to do some more stuff. Plus, put down the energy flux. Keep up Death Right. Don't attack with Death Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we can. Oh, sorry. I guess he could have attacked with Death Right.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, this might be it. See his turn.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yes,
sweet. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry, James. I don't play online for this reason because I know I can't play like while speaking that much. But
I don't even have that excuse.
Awesome.
I do not even have that excuse. I do play online and I do manage to punt regularly and just. It's just hard when you're recording with somebody and having to talk through it. But I'm really glad that we made it work. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey, Roland, are you still there?
Yep, still here.
Okay. Anything you want to say about this match at all? Like just any recollections or...
So I think my evaluation of him in game one was relatively spot on with being like sort of like a Stax type deck, but I still don't know what deck really is. I mean, I'm not familiar with this deck, Golos type of thing. And I was surprised not to also see, Workshop come out or something, right?
Yeah.
And instead, I think he had, did he have another type of land? He had Caracas, Bojuka Bog.
Caracas, Bojuka Bog. It looked like they had a lot of game one hate for the graveyard that they obviously just sided out. So I don't know if it was like some kind of crazy transformational sideboard or what.
Yeah, but I mean, game three really was a rush to get the energy flux out. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pump it out right away, but we were able to find our way into mana just off the top deck. This deck is built for consistency, and it is truly it's tough to do that in Vintage considering all the one-ofs and even just only one or more ponder.
Right.
But the things that do come down really quickly are those turn to 3-drops.
Mm-hmm.
And as we saw here, like if we were able to get, a turn to energy flux, that would have been perfect. And it is unfortunate that we have to, fight through a lot of the hate and some of the sphere effects, but I guess that was his taxes versus our taxes too. So.
Oh yeah. Sweet. Well, let's fire it up and see what we get in round 2.
Cool. What do you think of you taking the lead? And sorry, I feel like I dominated that.
You know, I actually don't mind you dominating. It's in terms of talking through the plays, but I just think in terms of clock management, maybe I'm definitely fine to just sort of play the way how I would see it, and then not ask you for everything, and then you can just like, you know, speak up anytime if you see something that I should be aware of, you know, if that works for you.
Yeah, totally fine, and I will be a better coach that way too.
Yeah. This is my 3rd time doing a recording, and I'm still not very good at it, just in the sense of talking through the plays and like playing faster and all these kind of things. It's challenging to say the least.
Well, I definitely haven't had to coach anybody on Magic side, but so yeah, forgive me if I were overbearing there.
No. I mean, I asked all the questions. I wanted you to be that. As I recall, you coached quite a bit in the past for tennis and for other activities, right?
Yeah, those are like finer tweaks to someone's like stroke. You know, it's more repetitive,
right?
So it's a little less feedback that's coming back to, you know, let's say any player that you're watching and coaching.
This player's name sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Funny. I think I've seen some of the lists from this guy too. Pretty good in Legacy and also Vintage apparently. So
yeah,
I don't know what they normally play, but I'm interested to find out.
He's an MO grinder, so that just means that they will play anything and they switch it up.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, the Legacy deck that I borrowed from Federasha was... oh, there we go.
This is a keep, right? I'm going to ask you, but I think this is a keep.
Yep. Absolute keep. All right, land go.
Oh, I'm thinking I should I don't know what I'm playing against, so I don't think Ponder is very high value. So I'm thinking of just passing the turn. What do you think?
I think so. There's no real value in that. Yeah, tapping yourself out. Definitely good to have that misstep plus force backup.
Yeah.
This could be combo.
Mm-hmm.
He's waiting for us to make the first move. And this is where we go. What do you think?
I think we play Misty Pass. I don't think there's huge value in Wastelanding, especially if we can answer something. And then that way we can set up for a Narset next turn, which is probably backbreaking against any blue deck.
What about like being able to cap the Ponder now?
Not against it. So yeah, let's go for that line.
There's a possibility that we're facing the mirror too.
Mm-hmm. These cards are not very high impact. I'm just thinking about shuffling them away.
That's probably a good idea. I don't think they're going to be rolling out any ton of artifacts either.
Okay, that's a good draw.
Ooh, that's great. Nice.
The question is if they do something, do we spell? We basically get a Tropico out, right? Yeah, we have a Misty, so we can just set up any combination of things.
Yep. All right.
Okay, we're fine.
I think we're facing the mirror here.
Okay.
So
we
really good to have.
Do we wasteland now or do we Misty Pass? Well, this is good.
Misty
just
Pass.
I think Misty Pass. Okay.
Yeah. because we don't want to put any of our other lands in jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can play conservative here to... yeah, this is one of the best things about this deck is that you can actually just kind of pace yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
And like just shift gears.
Mm-hmm.
Because before we wanted to kind of mess with their mana base and stuff. And I think he just has a really heavy control hand. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he has mental misstep.
Mm-hmm.
If we go all in with Narset, can we get there? Probably not. So I think Deathrite is probably the best play.
Okay.
We can keep up Collector if we want to.
Yeah.
But I think we want to keep up mana.
Sure.
Fortunately, this format doesn't play Cycle.
That's right. And then we just go Wasteland pass, right? Pretty much.
I think we Wasteland them. Maybe. Yeah, let's try Wastelanding them. It might try to Gush, which is
Mm-hmm.
kind of awkward.
Yeah. I think you may be right. Oh, that's. I mean, nothing we can do about that.
Yep, I can't do anything about that. Okay, that's fine.
So they're in the control role.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it doesn't get to a point where you actually need a 2/2 just to beat down.
Yeah, I mean, right here is nice to have that Collector.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here?
Well, they're playing around Spell Pierce.
Yeah, probably playing an Oko, maybe?
Oh,
Leovold. Eek.
Mm-hmm. We can't force it, so we just have to let it resolve.
It resolves. Yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
I don't think we want to do anything with that yet.
No. It might actually be correct to just play the Collector and pass because
we don't have much else.
Yeah.
I think we play a Tropical Island.
Yeah. On the bright side, we're set up for at least the long haul of a battle, like a counter battle here.
Mm-hmm.
This sucks that the Gush is now completely
blanked.
A terrible card. Now, I mean, we could use it to generate mana and get us to an Narset, but I mean, we don't get the added benefit of drawing 2 cards. Oh, nice! We got the Strip Mine.
Do we still play out the Narset?
Ooh, we have to assume at least a Force, right?
Yeah. Or a Spell Pierce.
I think we.
It's not going to live very long, right? I mean, you also can't defend it, so maybe just.
I think we try it.
We try it. Okay.
Yeah. Chances are it's going to get pierced or Force of the Negation or Force of Will.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens.
Strip mining them right now does nothing. They're just ahead, mana-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really thinking about it. Or bluffing, thinking about it anyway. Okay, we're seeing the Force of Will. So there's nothing we can do there. We just...
Yep. I think just drawing down their defenses a little bit so that if they play something that is non-creature, we can at least force a negation it.
Right.
But it's a race to get the Tarmogoyf at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So hopefully, off the top. I'm surprised to see an Abrupt Decay. I don't see that quite often.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also, see. Oh, you know what? I think I saw his list So there's a possibility that there's an Uro.
So that would make things
the
interesting.
Collector Ooth definitely helps out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. But doesn't absolve us for all of the things that we need. Yeah, it's just going to be back and forth for a little bit.
I think so.
At least we can get them down. If we get another... I mean, we need like an Abrupt Decay off the top, basically.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, Assassin's Trophy. Wasteland. This is relevant.
It's relevant, yeah.
Oof. I want to say like we should just strip away and then keep them down to just the polluted delta.
Okay, so we're gonna just basically nuke both of these lands.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Because we don't have really that much of an option after that.
Oh, they get to draw cards too. That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Now that we realize that, maybe we shouldn't.
No, I think it's fine. It's one of these like we're just trying to like limit their plays, and with only 1 mana, the most that they're going to get is like 2 mana threat, which is probably
yeah. That's fair. Tough. Yeah, it's not about card disadvantage right now. It's about winning the game.
Yeah, let's try to win this game. Off the top, I would love to have. Yeah, that's a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that he also did not draw into any additional mana.
Mm-hmm. So. Okay, do we mental misstep this?
We misstepped that, yeah. Oh, wait. I think we can spell... No, mental misstep. Yep, we can pay for it.
Yeah, they can pay for it. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have paid life. It's just auto defaults.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No!
It's okay. I only average one misplay a game. It's not bad. Let's see what they do.
Fortunately, with
well, I mean, we do play around Spell Pierce this way, to be fair.
That's true. That's what we were thinking all along.
Yes, it's all about that revisionist narrative. Oh boy, I don't know. We might have to block next turn. I mean, they're not a lightning bolt deck, but yeah.
Well, they didn't draw into. Okay, so I think this might be the play, where we gush to make mana to get the Vendilion Click now, we have to do it during our turn, so we can replay the land after we tap for mana.
Okay.
Which is super awkward, but we get to return it. Yep. Don't draw any cards.
Yeah.
I would play the let's keep the black safe. So just the
got it.
Play the drop. Yeah. And let's get in there for 2 with the.
Let's see if this resolves. Okay, so we are going to target them or ourselves.
I think the target. Oh wait, no. Shit, he's gonna draw 2.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to target ourselves.
wait. Then we don't draw.
That's right. So we just target ourselves and do nothing.
Just target ourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Target ourselves and do nothing.
Do not draw anything.
Yeah.
But wait, don't. We gotta attack. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. We can still attack. It's still first main.
Okay. Yeah. Me being paranoid.
It's all good.
All right. So now his clock has stopped. Fortunately. It's in the nick of time doing that play.
Well, if they attack, yeah. I mean, if Leovold attacks, that just means that they have another Leovold.
Yeah. So he has a 2-turn clock for us, and then we have a 3-turn clock.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to block and only just swing with Leovold.
I think
swing with...
do we let this resolve?
How many cards do you have? 6?
6.
We let that resolve.
Okay.
6, yeah.
We just don't let the card that kills us resolve.
Yeah. He's really trying to dig for land at this point.
Yeah. It looks like bottom 2. They bottom 2 with preordain.
And pass?
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
That's good for us. Yeah, he's really looking for land. Didn't get it.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
all right, so we got our land.
Yeah.
What
do we do is the question. Do we attack with Vendilion Click this turn? Or we just stalemate?
No.
Okay, so we just...
I think it's stalemate at this point.
All right, we just land go.
Yeah.
Man, this is tense.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more tense if we're playing on paper. You actually get to see your opponent. All right, there's nothing we can do with this.
Oh, we need definitely. I think we need to
force it.
Force of will this plus spell pierce backup.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that like Vintage is a turn 1 format, and this has gone a lot of turns.
That's right. I think it's the same generalizations that you hear about Legacy, to be honest.
Okay.
All right, so what changes here?
We can't let him through.
Right, we're just going to die if they have any removal, right? So we just basically have to pass the turn.
Exactly. Go ahead.
We're doing as well as we can given our 3 cards in hand.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see an Assassin's Trophy here.
Uh-huh.
Be fantastic, but
yeah, we got lots of outs.
A Tarmogoyf, perhaps? Yeah, nice, cool.
Okay, we play it first. We play it first. Let's see what happens if it resolves.
Yep, because then we can get them down to potentially down to 3 if we need to.
Yeah.
But
okay, now the question is, do we fight over this?
Yes, we do.
We force.
It's fine. We force. No. We spell pierce back.
Oh no, they have 2. They have 2.
That thing is shut down by Collector Roof.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yep. So Verdant Catacomb. Yep.
Let's just get another Underground Sea.
Good. Pierce back, dude.
You've got 6 cards. You must have something.
Wow. They didn't force the other time when we forced his.
Oh wait, no, it's not over. It's still on the stack.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they just basically waited for the spell pierce to resolve.
Oh. Okay, so we got our. Do we have our?
Okay. No, they got the Flusterstorm.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. All
right. So we just have to pass.
Yep. And we just don't do anything, but.
That's right.
Yeah. Wow, that was a heated battle over a time.
All because I was trying to play around Spell Pierce. That's my dad. Yeah, just getting an Assassin's Trophy would really help right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Force of Vigor is kind of a dead card.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even I guess Fatal Push would not even get there.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah, we're going to use the ability.
Yep. All right. Well, open up his mana. Let's hope to get a trophy of our own.
Yeah, I guess so. That works.
Oh, got our own Leovold. Oh, okay, that works. Let's do that. Let's keep one blue up.
Yeah.
Please resolve. Come on. Yeah.
Come on.
And at the very worst, we'll just trade.
Yeah.
He is up to 4 mana, though. He's Jace mana.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has Jace mana, but he might Uro at this point. And Claw, which could be problematic and might be a signal for us to scoop.
Yeah. That is problematic.
Oh. Yeah. At this point, if he turns that into an elk, and we don't have any good...
Oh, well, that's just lethal. I mean, that's just...
Oh, yeah, it's lethal. Oh, yeah, scoop.
That's just good old lethal. All right, so we are playing against a fellow bug opponent. What do we do here?
We like Fluster Storms. Probably don't need Force Negation as much. The other Assassin's Trophy comes in.
I think the Force of Vigor can go. Assassin's Trophy can come in. I don't know about the Collector Roofs. They don't really do too much, right?
You need the bodies. That's what it is. Unfortunately, you need to have answers.
Right.
What are we up to?
We're at 61, so we can cut one. They're all pretty good. Maybe cutting a Collector Roof is one option.
Possibly. I think that might be the spot.
Okay, let's try it. And they're still sideboard.
That was a close.
Yeah, that was a
close back. Yeah, I've had mirrors in playing in vintage on paper, and it definitely comes down to who can get to their removal pieces better, and get that extra card draw up. I know that we really gave him an extra 4 or 5 cards at that point, but I mean there weren't not too many other options there for us. So
okay, this looks like it's probably a keep.
It's probably, you don't have a second.
Yeah, we have a misstep. We probably just keep it, and then we go Trop Deathrite Go.
Sounds good. Or is it Forest?
Oh, I guess yeah.
Well, we're representing that we have Wasteland. Or at least, and Resilience to Wasteland is fine.
Yeah.
But,
Big Brain Magic.
Have yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yes. We made them think. That is a victory.
Yep. Our hope is that we can get to a second mana here. Or a land.
Second land, yeah.
Or a Mox off the top.
Oh, yes, we did. Did we just slam the Oko?
Or do we time walk?
I mean, they're going to spell Pierce either way, but I guess we slammed the time walk.
Time walk and try to gain position on them.
Okay.
I know it's a waste, but just
drawing a card and untapping. That's good.
But also attacking for 1. Nope. Let's see what he does.
We're gonna misstep your Spell Pierce. For some reason, I keep thinking they have Spell Pierce.
Maybe Fluster Storm.
Okay, we're gonna misstep this.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get ahead this way, and then we're gonna attack in there.
We are actually gonna pay life. I haven't played misstep since it was legal in Legacy.
So check this out. We got defenses down on that side. We can probably safely, I hope, I don't know if unless he's really holding up force backup. But
Oh man.
Even better. Okay, let's hold off on Oko.
All right, let's just play that.
Or black mana.
Yes.
All right, this is our turn to dominate.
It's only
game.
It's only fair
come
for us
on,
to.
Leovold.
Yeah, it's only fair.
Exactly. Well, come on, Leovold. Get there. Yes.
Well, hopefully Leovold doesn't turn into an elk. We'll see.
That's true.
Oh, Wasteland is totally fine.
Probably. Yeah, I don't think he's in great shape.
Yeah.
Ooh. We can turn that into an elk.
That's right. And we will after we attack.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're just gonna get there with like beats.
This is a good feeling.
A taste of their own medicine, as it were.
Yep.
Right. We are making, it doesn't matter what mana, but we're gonna make blue.
Oko.
Oh no, they have the Force of Will.
Oh no. Wait, we can draw, right? No.
No, unfortunately.
No, we can. Unfortunately, not.
That's okay.
It's okay. So that's fine. We have like a really solid clock going right now, and like that Bob is not exactly the best card to have. I don't think that especially if he's running like
high cost cards,
Force of Will. Yeah. Or I would hope that he took out his dig through times or treasure cruise too.
Yeah.
That just seems risky. I would not play Bob in this deck. It's way too hard. When you have like Force of Will plus Gush and all the 3-casters too. So it's like a lightning bolt to the head every single time.
Oh no. We are drawing a card first. Yes, we are drawing a card.
Fine.
I'm okay with just getting there on triple Groif beatdown.
Yep. You may Wasteland here. Oh, it's just a recall.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
He's doing all the fun.
Good sequencing. Wow, Volcanic Island. Do they have Lightning Bolt?
Oh, he didn't Wasteland us. Okay. So, let's see.
That's interesting. Well, we're going to play out the Mox Jet first.
Yeah. Get that out there.
I think we just go...
let's try to get...
Do we Wasteland something there? No, they have all the... They have everything. I think we just go double Goif pass, right?
I think I want to... Yeah, go Goif. But also, I think we Wasteland their Black Source.
Okay. Because they don't have the Black Mox.
Oh yeah, you also need to feed your Death Rights too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just
don't do anything. You have to waste his underground now.
Oh, waste. Oh no. Waste the underground now.
Yeah, waste the underground.
Yeah. And then feed it
so that you can remove the underground.
Got it.
All right.
And I was wondering. I was wondering why that ability wasn't there.
Yeah. And we get to. That's another Goify.
Oh, Goify should be pretty large. Yeah, this is like hopefully they get hopefully they see something that loses them life with Dark Confidant.
Please.
Time Walk. That's not good.
Oh, okay. Well, it's even more chance for him to just kill himself. He doesn't have an established board, which is fine for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we could swing past an Oko next turn even. Yep. And start picking away life with Deathright too. So Bob is probably not the best choice here for them.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Oof.
So in this case, we're sort of rewarded for not playing that forest.
Yeah, it's true. It's like the most conservative version of like that start is just forest, but I guess if we shuffled the deck, we would have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh no, they're drawing all the good blue cards.
Ew. What did you get?
Preordain.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's okay. Well, he might stack the.
Yeah, he's gonna stack
library
it
so
to not lose life. Oh, they bought him too, so it's just bad cards.
All right. Looking for threats. Probably a Leavold.
Yeah, or answers.
Or maybe answers. All right. Good stuff. Back to us.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna tackle
Okay,
first.
so sounds good. You might even block here. I'm not sure. Nope. Really running it risky.
Mm-hmm. I think we keep the card in hand just to represent something, right?
Correct. And then remember at the end of his turn,
we're gonna
if
drain.
we need to drain, or just drain them in the upkeep
polluted delta. Yeah. So they reveal polluted delta to the Dark Confidant.
Okay. Nope.
No. Okay.
Conceded.
All right, Mr. Chang, what do we do for the pivotal game 3, sideboard-wise?
We are on the draw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. We're afraid of stuff coming down early. Toxic Deluge, probably.
Mm-hmm. Toxic Deluge, okay.
Maybe it's a. I don't want to say like Toxic Deluge is the answer because like it's going to hit our board as well. Let's take that out. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we just keep it as is, right?
I think we keep it as is.
Okay.
I mean, Force of Negation is nice to have, but
it doesn't hit a lot of things.
No.
Yeah, I think these are good. I mean, Fatal Push is good. Yeah, let's try it.
Yeah, let's try it. I like that configuration before. I mean, like, I guess we could have maybe had a collector rope to shut down his red Moxen if he has it in his main deck.
This is a keep, isn't it?
Die.
As HJ would say, keep or snap keep.
I did hear him say that a few times.
Yeah, he's also in Shanghai now. We are self-quarantining. I think we let this resolve.
Yeah, I'll let that resolve. Yeah, there's no reason to.
I just have to be very cognizant of the fact that in Vintage these cancers are so good because the rest of your deck is just pure gasoline.
Yeah, his deck is so Federer's deck is actually pretty good about picking the top deck. Ooh.
Do we strip mine? Do we just?
I think we go jet into
Deathrite and strip mine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good. Or if we want to that's actually really good. It's a really solid play. But, yeah. Hopefully, it doesn't have days. I've seen that play. So,
do people play days in Vintage?
Yep. There's this deck called Fast Crabs or something, and they usually have just a very light mana base that needs to resolve stuff, and you usually tap out.
Sure.
And just to get fast one to play.
The question is, do we tutor or do we Leovold?
Oh, we Leovold. It's so good here.
Okay.
Dude, we're on. We're gonna do the same game plan as last time, basically. This is great.
We're gonna go for green.
Green. Turn 2 Leovold, man. Come on.
Oh, jeez. Did I just missed? Okay.
For blue, right?
For blue, yeah.
Yep, for blue. Ooh.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Were there these old paper Magic rules where once you tapped a land for mana, you could never undo it, or does it just still apply today?
You can. I don't think anybody really
enforces that.
I think that resolves.
That resolves.
No, don't force that.
Yeah, let's force whatever they try to do. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you force the force.
Okay, it resolves. So did I play a land? I did already.
think you did, yeah.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
stripped mine.
And then we could still protect him with Force of Will pitching Cluster.
Yeah.
But the mana base piece, I think, yeah, people don't really, unless you're really truly off with your mana, then
it's just crazy that we're way ahead despite being on the draw. I love this.
Oh, it was just that Mox Jet, man. That was so good. Plus that just really broke serve with being able to.
Okay.
Oh, we get to draw.
Yeah, we get to draw. It's not bad.
We still have advantage here. What we can do next turn, let's see.
Jeez.
Yeah. I think we just keep on building our board, and you could potentially DT first just to bait.
DT first just to bait?
Yeah, DT just to bait, and then set up for a potential Leovold, or a second Leovold would be backbreaking.
So we just get Leovold, right?
Or Oko. I think Leovold's probably the best one in here because he's draw heavy. Yeah.
I think we're still going to play the Tarmogoyf, right?
Yeah. And we can back him up with double force.
Yeah.
This is a decent hand.
Yeah. We're going to get Trop.
Yeah, that's fair. Because here we are pushing the pressure. I know he has a full grip, but
they're going to answer our dudes.
Yeah, he's going to have to answer the dudes, or else he's going to be in a real world of hurt with Goyf being at 4-5. Okay.
The question is, what if they play a Goyf? I don't think they do, but is that something that we'd have to force? Oh, Leovold. So we force Leovold. The question is, what do we pitch?
I think Flusterstorm in this case.
Yeah.
Keep up the other force, ready to pitch Leovold if we need to.
Right.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, the card advantage.
We get to play our stuff.
Yeah. Just being up a card is just, this is so good. We have Leovold protected. So I think there's no reason not to just attack with a death ray, right? No, we could hold it up just because.
No. You hold it up.
Because we hold it up for the brainstorm or whatever we need to do.
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to.
Player Leovold.
Yeah. Oh.
We have the trifecta of colors, and we need to get some blue in there.
I keep doing this. Oh.
All
right, what are we doing here?
Green somewhere.
We need
Okay,
green.
So Underground will produce blue.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. That is why.
It struggles.
Magic is so hard, Roland.
Yeah, especially online.
I know. It's like things you can just do on paper physically. It's just you have to. Someone will tell me I'm completely wrong because there's people that I know who are just playing Magic Online like it's the piano,
Yeah, well, a lot of practice. I mean, you put a lot of hours into this, and you're not really constricted by face-to-face time.
Right.
This is a good, good way to at least connect with other players, and not the most personal thing, but that's why I always play. I like to prefer playing in person anytime I can.
Yeah, well, that's why we're doing this together, because I basically realized that just mindlessly grinding Magic Online wasn't really all that productive or fun. And if I don't have someone who's more skilled than I am talking me through plays and just talking, it doesn't really serve a point. I was basically plateauing a lot as a legacy player after playing Magic Online. And I think this playing with somebody really seemed to help at least.
Gotcha. Well, glad you picked me to kind of guide you through this, even though I'm not that experienced with this deck. I only picked it up within the last year. But
one of these days we'll do a workshops thing. Okay, we draw a card first, and then we figure out if we want to force a will. Or
let's try force a will, because then he's going to have to.
Do we bring? We just.
Let's. I think we. No, we can't brainstorm here. I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, this is a good one. I think we brainstorm here. I didn't see too many blue cards yet, so I'd rather pitch and like fix our hand a little bit and get more threats down, or even our third Leopold.
Sorry, can you give me 1 second? Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Okay, so it looks like we just put Wasteland back on top, and then we force it. Yeah.
No, we don't. I think he actually let the...
we just let it happen. And then
because we got that Narset next turn.
Yeah. Okay. Or we have to use the Narset. We'll see.
Snapcaster going
for Ancestral.
Ancestral.
We have to...
Let's... gosh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Damn. And he has one up, so it's possible that... Man, he's really grinding through with that. So we'll get him down further life at least, but I don't think he's going to have a great answer to like a second, potentially a second Death Ride and also a Narset in play. So I think we let him take the draws because he's tapping out completely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he'll get like one little blocker for a little bit, right?
Sure, yeah. It's like they still need to answer our board.
Yeah. I mean, unless he really gets into, something that is, that's fine. It's a really tough call here, but I think that we're in such a commanding position that he'll really have to have like Mox plus like Lotus into Abrupt Decay or like Assassin's Trophy to do something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think we shut him off of black with the Wasteland.
Okay, let's attack with Tarmogoyf, and then we're going to play the Narset post-combat.
Yeah, sounds good. And we got to get our second Death Ride in there eventually too. Okay, so he's off, trying to keep life up. Yep. And then let's tick down Narset, see what's going on here. Hopefully we get an Ancestral.
Oh no. Okay, we have to get Assassin's Trophy. What's important is that we're at the very least we are
commanding position again.
We're just shuffling away the cards in the top because we didn't want the second trop.
Yeah, that trop would have been a little funky to draw into.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a 4-turn clock minus the Tarmogoyf, so it's only just 2-turn clock.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Assassin's Trophy for if he decides to play Oko, let's say.
Yeah, or Leopold.
Yeah. This is a good position, though.
Yeah.
Oof. Doesn't it feel like Legacy?
Oh yeah, it definitely does. It's like it's the typical like the game is slowed down because of permission, and then we're basically just grinding, and then the attack step and all these things actually matter. I really like this.
Yeah. It's a good transitional type of nice type of deck for the Legacy port over into try something new in Vintage.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Jeskai Dreadhorde Arcanist deck. I mean, to be able to Ancestral Dreadhorde Ancestral again, it's really rewarding in that fashion. But it's harder now without like so many Narsets. But this is okay.
Yeah.
So on the stat, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate, but we're gonna have to just find our own find our own answer to like protect. Ooh, dang.
I think we Narset first, right? Just to see what we get.
Yeah, let's see what's going to. We might pass up on some creatures that way, but let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I think we get Treasure Cruise.
I think we get Treasure Cruise, yeah. We
Yeah.
have enough to Treasure Cruise.
I believe we do. So let's go for it.
Wait. Oh,
Oh.
I think we want. I feel like we might be running into a Pyroblast here.
Okay.
It would be really, really bad. So, I think it's okay to just Forest Mox Jet into get rid of his Deathrite Shaman here.
Okay.
See like what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he taps out for like a Flusterstorm or something, all right, that's perfect. All right.
Okay.
And that's another thing that we don't have to worry about. So,
right. So we still go for the Treasure Cruise, right? Or we just hold up, just wait.
No, I think we use the Treasure Cruise.
Okay.
And just like force it to have to respond.
Mm-hmm.
Let's maybe use a Deathrite for mana.
Okay. That sounds good.
But use his.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah. I'm just trying to. Okay, I don't know how to do that because I may have just locked myself. So
okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay. Yeah, we're almost. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we play land, and we play Tarmogoyf.
Correct.
And we now have Force of Will backup. And the real enemy is the clock, so I'm gonna try to play a little more brisk here. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna drain you.
Okay. Yeah, you do your thing. I'll just alert you if there's anything that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fix cards, man. But he has a lot of other targets, which is good. Or which is fine for us. That was a good Treasure Cruise, though.
Yeah. I miss these cards in Legacy. But there's a good reason why they're not around. I think
There's the Oko.
We force the Oko, right?
No. Let that resolve.
Let it resolve, yeah.
It's fine.
We just trophy it.
He's just really gonna... Yeah.
I think we drain them first, and then we just trophy on our turn, right?
That's fine, yeah. Yeah, let's get rid of his preordain.
Okay.
Or if he's playing Snap, maybe. Just remember to probably keep control of the Deathrite matchup.
Yep.
So that he can't use his Deathrite very
in response.
effectively.
Sure.
Exactly. So we'll keep those guys up. But we definitely have to get rid of Oko.
Okay. No, not that one.
Yep. I believe in you, James. You can do it in 2 minutes. Awesome. It might be worth just playing the third Deathrite.
Oh, my bad. I was thinking of holding it up, but
it's okay. Yeah, we can respond either way at this point. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
But let's see what happens. He's down to one card. I think he's going to concede if he doesn't have anything good. Oh, Bob, really? Okay, sure.
Well, okay. So what do we do here? We have a Deathrite stalemate, right? Or we don't actually.
Yeah, we don't worry about it. You just attacking with this stuff. But once you get that third, so attack with Tarmogoyf and then yeah. If we can get his Death Ray off the board, that's the best.
Mm-hmm.
If you double block there, and then just trying to get Death Ray in.
Yep. Yeah, that's not a trade they're willing to make.
Yep, that's over. Go. Flip Force.
So I have to screenshot this. It's too good not to.
Yeah, it's a good one. Don't lose it though.
Yeah. He's exiling Leovold, so I am going to exile in response.
Yes.
I think we just...
Good call. Down to 2. So if you run out of time here, does that mean just lose?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh no. Okay.
It's okay.
It's really like 2 turns worth of stuff, but
yeah.
I mean, you have more experience in this stuff. I have like, I think he's dead.
We're still very much in it.
You just exiled 2. Yeah.
Did we just exile
I think
2?
you just exiled 2 in here. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Played the Federer.
With 30 seconds on the clock, Roland, your expertise.
I don't play this well normally, but you were an expert pilot.
No, I was just a monkey clicking on the keyboard. Yeah, any thoughts on this match at all?
Ooh, super close. This is what I expect. I mean, out the gates, you really have to have like that second turn 3-drop that is going to allow you to, carry forward and get that card advantage as much as possible. As you saw, Leovold was really the, something that determined the course of the game with getting, matching up with his, ancestral resolved plus ancestral again. And we fought through that as best as we could. So fortunately we had like 2, I think we had 2 Assassin's trophies there. So
we did. Yeah.
But, what do you think so far?
I thought it was, we just had a really, really good start in that game 3. I think it was really back and forth most of the time. There wasn't anything obvious that we did wrong on either side. I think it just came down to who has more goyfs, who has more death rights. And that's how Magic goes sometimes.
Yep. And as you saw there, Oko didn't necessarily, swing it too wide open. So it's a very, I would say, a fair plus type of card, but it can really become a problem once it turns everything into Elks and then game life and everything too. So,
for sure,
a little lucky with having the right answer to it plus force backup.
Yeah, I'm happy to take it though. All right, so we're going to head on to our match number 3 of our Vintage League.
Sounds good. I love these crib notes. I've never ever had those sideboard notes, and it's like I think I've been asked for them a few times, but I mean maybe that's just me not willing to share all the things. But I mean I'm fine with sharing deck lists, but when it comes down to sideboarding, I feel like that's just it's an art. You have to kind of figure out your own play style to be able to correctly do it, and then that actually helps you in the long run, because then people won't be able to predict you as a very predictable opponent, and always citing in dazes when you have to be on the play or something. But of course in Vintage it's even more unpredictable.
Oh yeah. Having said that, do you work out sideboard maps when you are building your 75? Like, do you ever write them down or do them in your head?
I think it's all in my head. I'll sometimes stay up till like 2 or 3 in the morning, just trying to crack like the last 1 or 2 slots in my deck, and that might be oh nice, got an opponent. So it might just be that 60th card that needs to go into the main deck, and then figuring out how that fits into the metagame, and then where it can actually slot into sideboard changes. Probably more so in like the legacy side, but Vintage is like, it's pretty wide open.
It's pretty wide open, eh? That's good. Well, looks like WeClick joined, and they're just redoing the matchmaking. For me, so before I started playing Magic Online, I actually did write out these elaborate sideboard guides for all the anticipated matchups I would have in Legacy, but it's still Magic. Now that I'm playing more Magic Online, I don't do that as much, because what I will do is I would just go into the deck that I'm building in here, and then I would just like, I guess just like move things around, put them in a pile, and be like, okay, for this matchup, I would put this card in and that card out. Like, I would still do that. Okay, so let's see here. We're on the draw. The opponent just mulliganed to 6. I am going to keep this.
Looks good.
It seems like a decent hand in the dark. The opponent mulligans to 5. Oh no.
Sounds like Dredge.
Sounds like Dredge, huh? Yeah. Serum Powder. Then mulligans to 4. This might be the first time
we're so close.
Yeah.
We're so close to him mulliganing into Oblivion. Come on.
It's impossible, right? Because if you have a 4 of in your deck, there's like a 90-something% chance that if you mulligan down to 1, you will always have it or something like that.
Well, I mean, I've been able to. Yeah, I've definitely had a bunch of opponents in the paper at least mulliganed into Oblivion.
Yeah.
But I've also played a lot of Magic, so maybe that's just like incorrectly imprinted into my brain.
Yeah, I think someone did the math on it. So with the London mulligan, there's like a 95% chance that you can get one of a card like the Bazaar Baghdad, if you just if you mulligan to, like, essentially there's no way you don't get it. Okay, let's see here. Opponent just did some stuff. This looks like a very tough match to win game 1 on, but I think what we're going to do is, I mean, there's nothing else to do but just ponder.
Yep, they're not going to waste you. So I think it's okay to get your duel of choice.
Yeah.
Which seems green heavy.
Is there anything in this deck that can help us? Do these cards do anything? I guess it's good to keep, because we definitely want to hit the second land, and Collector Roof is not going to do anything, but at least we can tutor it away. So I'm just going to keep it in this order.
You know what does keep us in this match is really a turn 1 death right.
Ah, yes,
But
yes, yes.
this is a tough scenario that we're dealing with right here.
Hmm.
Fortunately, you have two Tarmogoyfs in hand already, and this is probably where you need to, yeah, force that.
I'm just thinking I do not want to pitch the time walks, right? So I'm going to just pitch the force.
Yeah, go ahead and pitch the force.
Okay.
Force, pitching force.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have a second blue card, so there's not even a follow up counter. So I think this is fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Now the question is,
Okay,
do
this might
I?
be a quick one.
Yeah, this might be a quick one, huh? If there is another turn, I don't even know how this works.
Ah, um, so right now is what's going through my mind is that you could probably just withhold information. I mean, it's good to get kind of figure out what he's doing,
Hmm.
and we see a hollow one, which
Hmm.
is a pretty stock piece
Right.
of information. Prize amalgam. That means what I want to see if he actually, you know, if he's able to reveal,
Hmm.
is show us those what you call 3/1 hasters. They're not
Oh,
action
the
rolls. They're
yes. Oh gosh. That I know what you mean. Yeah. You exile another black card to put it into play with haste, right?
yeah. I'm such an idiot. I can't remember what that is. Maybe it's the wine, but the oh gosh, killer. But yeah, that guy is typically the one that's going to help trigger these prize amalgams. I kind of doubt that they're going to have something of a of the sort of a what's that, a blood gas or anything to trigger
Yeah.
that, but the other ones are going to try to trigger those prize amalgams. And I think that this one, yeah, I think you probably just need to throw down, actually pass at this point.
Oh, you mean just withhold information?
Correct. You could be like on four color and
Hmm.
just
Okay, so
get right
we're
past.
not winning this game one. We're just going to see like I'm just going to pass, and we're going to see basically what information they can reveal about their deck.
Exactly. Yeah. I
Okay,
mean, at this point, we're going to have to just tank.
Icarid. That's what it was.
Oh, Hickory. Yeah, totally. I didn't even see those guys going to the graveyard. All right.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so he's running a counter package as well. This looks like pitch dredge to me.
mm, the hollow one. So I'm seeing. I guess this is Hollow Vine, right? But they haven't.
Yeah. Not no, this is not
Okay,
Hollowvine. Hollowvine would have like more mana producers.
gotcha.
So at this point, if he's going to do anything else, I think we just scoop.
Okay.
So we know that we have established exactly what he's on.
Hmm.
Yeah, let's save some time here.
Sure. Let's just scoop here.
Yep.
And then here's where the fun begins. This is where we try to come back
Exactly.
with some craziness, like bringing in 5 gazillion grave hate cards. So let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
The deluges come in as well, correct? No.
Deluge comes in as well. Tabernacle also.
Mm-hmm.
A Flusterstorm is a possibility, but in place of the Force of Wills, because usually they don't have enough. They don't have enough mana to be able to pay for all the other stuff. So Force of Wills, some number of Force of Wills alongside the Flusters.
Let's just see what we can actually potentially remove. So I think Collector Roofs and maybe I'm shaving 2 Collector Roofs, 2 Force of Wills.
Okay.
I think the Leovolds are really not doing anything in this matchup. Oh, they could be, right? Because they're running draw effects in their blue.
They're actually quite good. You need to take out the Oko though.
Take out the Oko because it's not fast enough. Or
same with Vanilla Click.
Vendilion Click. Sure. And I think the Fatal Push can be shaved as well.
Yep.
And I think I want to keep the Death Rights. I want to keep the Tarmogoyf. Sylvan Library is probably still good. We could potentially shave a basic, and then that would get us down to 60.
Okay. I think since we're on the play, we can also get rid of the the Force of Wills right now for 2+ers.
Gotcha. And maybe they come back in on the draw, which will happen.
Yep.
Because we're gonna take down game 2.
Exactly. The other thing is Assassin's Trophy is quite good.
Mm-hmm. Is there a case for a fourth one? Yeah.
Yes. So I don't think we need Force of Vigor.
Okay. This looks pretty good.
Then,
cards like Mental Misstep are still alive in this matchup, right? I'm not too familiar with this in Vintage.
Not really. That's another one of those things that doesn't really need to happen. I think that.
So maybe just play one Force or Fatal Push. You think?
Fatal Push might be able to get you. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Let's try one Force of Will because, just a token answer all. I'm gonna try it. If it doesn't work out, I guess I'll have learned from it, right?
Yeah. Would you prefer a Fatal Force of Negation or a Force of Will? Probably.
I'll go with the Force of Will. Yeah. I'm gonna submit so we don't lose.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go first. Okay, that's interesting. I don't think this is good enough to keep, even though there is a Grave Hate, because I'm sure they could answer one Grave Hate. And Wasteland is it's going to take me a while to get to Treasure Cruise, and I don't have any acceleration. I'm thinking this is a potential mulligan. What do you think, Roland?
This for me is actually a medium plus hand, and I would keep this.
Okay.
Only to keep them guessing, and I think we can protect ourselves, given that they go turn 1 Bazaar, right?
Yeah.
So even if they go turn 1, Unmask, we're still okay.
Okay. So we're definitely playing the Cage turn 1 instead of Ponder, right?
No, actually, the Ponder. We need the Ponder.
Okay, let's see if we can get a second piece of Grave Hate and turn 1 Ponder. I'm going to try keeping it and go with that line.
Yeah, because we want them to actually try to unmask us. It's fine with the Grafdigger's Cage if they don't even do that. That's fine. Okay.
Okay, Leonardo Sanctity, what this doesn't prevent... Oh, so they can't be targeted? Okay, that's fine. I don't think the Cage doesn't do anything there. So I think I'm going to get Underground Sea, Ponder.
A lot of your threats are probably more
on the green.
Yeah, on the green side. But we do want to eventually get to a Yuxla Jailer, so
that's right. I mean, we have Yuxla Jailer, we have Tutor. So I'm thinking getting Underground Sea. I could be wrong, but let's try it.
Let's give it a shot. Yep.
Yeah. I think these are. Oh, man. I'm just not sure if Cage can beat one Grave Hate is not going to beat their whole deck, right? This is Vintage, so but the trophy is nice because and I like the other cards because I want to put some pressure on. I think I'm going to actually have to keep this and just get maybe Assassin's Trophy on turn 2. I'm not going to play Tarmogoyf. I'm going to play the Cage, right? And I'm going to waste them.
Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cage. Well, if you waste them, it's possible that you turn yourself off from being able to, Assassin's Trophy the Bazaar.
Yeah. That's true. So, okay. So I think I'm going to keep this, but I'm just going to put Tarmogoyf on the bottom. That's because I think he's the least important right now. I'm just going to play around some discard by drawing the trop, and I'm going to pass.
Good. Yeah, right here, you're not looking too bad. I think the goal is to still try to get your Narset down. There's the Bazaar. Yeah. And while he's going to be, rifling through his entire library of all these dredgers and stuff, hopefully you can make his hands even worse, and his hands already shrinking. He's down to 5 cards right now here. So
I think the play is Grafdigger's Cage Wasteland. No, actually, Wasteland doesn't
Um,
really does it. No, I mean, we want to develop our boards, so I think it's fine to maybe even Grafdigger's Cage. Uh, I'm just thinking here. Um,
Grafdigger's Cage doesn't stop the dredgers, so
yeah,
what stops the dredgers is that Assassin's Trophy on is bizarre.
right. So we can just
Closes.
Assassin's Trophy them this turn, and that's actually fine, I think.
But he doesn't have a prize amalgam, so I mean,
Yeah.
let's say he goes down. Hmm, we can roll the dice here.
Yep. Let me just think here. Um, the thing is, if we just play Cage, we don't really. I like Cage just to be safe. Okay, I'm gonna because
Sure.
I'm gonna Cage. The question is, do I Wasteland them this turn? I think I do. I think I do.
I think you need to get rid of that. Yeah, you need to get rid of that bazaar. That's his
Okay.
accelerator. Hopefully, he doesn't have a second one.
Yeah. All right.
And hopefully, he doesn't have the restricted mental misstep. Please don't.
It resolved.
Nice. Nice. So next turn, you get what? Assassin's Trophy Online. You
Oh.
had. Oh,
Oh. Okay. Well, then I'm glad that I Wastelanded
yeah. So what did
because
you
I
pitch
still have
there?
an Assassin's Trophy. What did they pitch? They pitched Shambling Shell.
Gambling Hill. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's still going to definitely use the Golgari Thug there. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Dang. So the cage was the right play.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unfortunate that the
Yeah.
amalgam's still going to come out.
Yeah. Whether we survive is another story.
Yeah, it's fine. There's no bridge yet, so
Yeah.
fortunate. Oh, nice. What a pickup!
Yeah,
Right off the ponder,
exactly.
right?
What a surprise. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it's we don't have any acceleration. I don't believe this trophy in these things does anything. So I think the only play that we make is Tarmogoyf. I don't think there's a case to be
Yep.
made
Anything.
for leaving up mana for any reason. So let's just this is crazy how big Tarmogoyf just gets in this format right away.
He's a 5/6. Holy crap! Oh, it was the land. I didn't count that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in game one he was like a 6/7 if only we cast him, right?
yeah, exactly. So I wonder if he's probably not going to activate that Icarid, but you can at least he'll ding you for one a turn basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to attack it with a prize amalgam. He values that too much. All right, see what's after this ponder that we had.
Well,
Land?
that's not bad.
Ooh, not bad.
Hmm. The only question is, what mana do I use to brainstorm? I think we want
Probably
to
green maybe because Yixla Jeller is one of those.
exactly. Yeah, let's see if we can get something here with the brainstorm. Oh, interesting. Well, the question is, do we want to shuffle? What do we want to shuffle away? Because we definitely can tutor for something. I think the treasure cruise is. Are we going to be alive to
Uh,
have the treasure cruise go online? I think Narset might even be a candidate. I don't know. I think we
so
definitely get rid of a Leovold, but the question is what other card.
Narset.
Okay, and then we play.
Eventually, you're going to need the treasure cruise to actually draw some more cards.
Right. The question is, do we shuffle now or do we try to redraw Narset? I think we're not going to be able to play around this card because they're going to get the tutor then. So I think I'm going to. What would you get with tutor in this case, Roland?
Too bad we don't have any whatchamacalls.
We do have
Here. Oh,
we do have those traps,
we do have the traps,
but
but
do
they're
the
not
traps target?
useful here with a bazaar. Yeah, they do.
They target the player, right?
Traps do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tabernacle.
Just tutor Tabernacle pass, right?
Oh yeah, do that right now.
Okay.
That's the key. I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. But yeah, that's the undiscardable type of. It's not the exact
right
terminology for it, but like, yeah, they can't get rid of it.
Did we?
And then you just win.
I hope we have it.
It's on there, right side. There you go, right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we do attack, right? There's no reason not to.
Let's hold off just in case, because that's still a 4-point swing.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to turn the
thing that we're trying to avoid is them, like, trying to build their board to a point that is just
like, aggroing us, right?
Really, yeah, aggroing us to the death. And Icarid is one of those things. And with the Tarmogoyf up, we're able to actually stave off that Icarid trigger. I've died to Dredge decks with simply just attacking away with Icarid. So one of our the best things that we can do is probably just build our board slowly. We're just gonna have to fight the here a little bit.
So is Surgical Extraction a player in Vintage?
Actually, I'm gonna look it up. I don't think it is.
Okay.
I think it's like just target card. Surgical is choose target card in a graveyard other than a basic land card. Search its owner's graveyard, so it never really targets it.
Yeah.
It says then that player his or her library, but that's about it. So this is where he's trying to build
just
up
trying to
board
value
with that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ooh, nice.
This targets, right? Just making sure. No, it doesn't. If an opponent, yeah, it doesn't target. So Leyline does nothing here.
No. It does though. It does, because exalt all.
From target player. Yeah. Okay, so Tabernacle is coming down. I'm just thinking what other plays. I think is there anything worth Leo voting? We could hold up the mana. We could Assassin's Trophy in response to what they're trying to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The thing is, we could cruise this turn if we actually just did it now, right? We could just.
No. Shrinks your Goyf though. Yeah, you can get some free damage here.
Okay. You mean just attack first and no, it doesn't do anything. So.
That's fine. Just see if he does anything.
Okay.
Yeah, because you might be able to just get in.
All right, let's try that.
Yeah. Because he might think it's a trap or something. We'll probably just block up the zombie, but
that's interesting.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, it triggered their bridge, of course.
Perfectly fine.
Okay,
but,
so we're gonna play the Tabernacle for sure. And then the question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we just trophy the Leyline right now and just?
Yep.
Okay. That way we can cruise.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're running basic lands.
Doubtful.
Okay, so now we're going to.
Are you sure you want to get rid of your entire graveyard? You're getting rid of an artifact as well. Slows down our clock. We can probably still wait right now. Or.
Oh, well, they already scooped, so. That's interesting.
All right, even easier.
Yeah. All right, so we're on the draw, so we're going to remove potentially some Flusterstorms and put back forces.
Yeah, those are good. Gush is another loose spot.
Yeah, I think we're not going to be alive long enough for Gush, I don't think. These are all good cards.
I would remove Treasure Cruise here. It's such a slow control type of thing. Either get like a Flusterstorm or that fourth Force of Will.
I like the Force of Will on the draw, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And we're still
Brazen
down.
Borrower is another thing.
Yeah, I can use it to bounce stuff.
Yeah, bounce that stuff.
So we do like the Brazen Borrower. We might be able to just put the Flusterstorm back in. Like this way we have 2 Flusterstorms. Like it's not bad, right?
Yeah, because a lot of the times they're going to try to find removal for your Ixalit or or your Tarmogoyf. or something. So
I think this looks good. Do we shave a wasteland? And then no, wastelands are good just for like killing their one land that they care about.
yep, the bazaar.
I
So
think this is fine. Are there any obvious cuts here?
no, I think that's okay. I mean, Narset is another thing that is still good against whatchamacall, bazaar,
Yeah.
but it's fine. Yeah, we can leave it there.
Yeah, pitches to force. Okay, let's give this a try. Oh, that is not a keep. Okay, they're using
Is it
serum
not?
powder. I do not believe it is a keep because there's no grave hate. Like we're running 6 or 7 pieces of grave hate. I'd like to see one. Do you feel differently about that?
I think this is a very slow hand. Toxic Deluge is you're dead by the time you're going to
Yeah.
count that. So
So I think we're gonna mulligan here. That's interesting.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
Did they keep?
They begin with 6 cards in hand after. Yes, they kept. They use serum powder. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but they have 6 cards in hand. They kept. This is a tricky one because we don't really have much in the way of like we have a trophy, but I don't think that's gonna be good enough.
Right.
I think with the London
seems
Mulligan,
weak,
I would. I'm more on the case of mulliganing this. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think you're right. All right.
Okay. The question is, do we go down
That's
to
not,
4 cards?
no, definitely not 4 cards. What you have here is a keepable hand.
Yeah, it's a keepable hand. Okay, so let's keep this. Let's put like Tropical Island and.
Yep.
The question is, do we want to? Do you want? I think we bottom the wasteland. Oh no! Hold on a second. Let me think about this.
So you're going to get up to 2 mana easily. Wasteland is fine to get to your 3rd mana. So it's really just keeping the waste effects up because when they go 2 bazaars, you're dead. So
yeah. So are you actually saying that we should bottom an Assassin's Trophy or both? Like basically just keep the fetch line and bottom these 2 cards? Seems risky.
Bottom those 2 cards.
Really? Okay.
How come?
Maybe I'm just used to playing decks in Legacy where it's just like you want to hit that second colored land, but then again you have Deathright, so it's not terrible, right? Yeah.
The main thing is that you can fetch and then activate your Deathright immediately.
Okay. Let's give this a try. And we're on the draw, so.
Yeah, this is going to be a tricky one. I mean, our hope is that we can at least have a decent start. Hopefully they don't go crazy with Bazaar or have like a Golgari Grave Troll or something to start off that. Okay, so Shambling Shell, Narcomoeba, and a Stinkweed Imp.
Haxian Probe jigs up.
Ew. So they're probably going to dredge instead of...
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. He gets to see what your plan is, and he'll probably just dredge the Stinkweed Imp with the...
Well, the question is, do we turn 1 waste them, or do we just, we're just so far behind that we can't do that anymore?
I think you're okay to just turn 1 waste because that slows him down from being able to draw 2 additional cards, right? Ooh, that's not bad.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the turn 1 waste.
Sounds good. The most that he can get is basically, start Icarating.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't even have that much dredgers in the graveyard right here, right? So it's maybe if he decides that he's going to try to do the Shambling Shell thing, but I feel like it's just too risky. So he might be on a slow draw. Ooh, look at this. Okay, so he does have that second Bazaar.
Yep.
Oof. This is putting us truly on our back heel here.
Oh yeah.
So we're not really, too much in trouble just yet because he doesn't have that many bridges.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's going to take our Assassin's Trophy here, it's not terrible. Oh, he took
the DRS.
Okay. Well, yeah. Actually, that's correct. That's correct play because it would take us a little time to get the Assassin's Trophy active. But he still doesn't have a board presence except for that Bazaar.
Oh, this is the best possible draw here.
Oh, dude, that is so good. So the question is here.
The question is, do we strip mine them or do we to cage, right? Huh. I like
unmask you.
They just unmask you. They're at one card. I believe we have to go for the cage. Like, they're not going to have much grave hate. They have one card in hand. And this would also allow us to set up to play a Goif on the following turn for some actual clock.
Yeah. Sounds good.
This is where they say, so lucky, whoever's playing on the other side. Well, tough luck. We mulligan to 5. Or, we need something here. We had a lot of live draws.
Icarid's definitely staying in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So good.
Back to hell where you belong.
Yeah, stay there. And once we strip him here, that should lock it up, honestly. It's one of these. I know that you really want to. You said something about getting down your Assassin's Trophy or your Tarmogoyf, but I think
it's about
probably. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Well, we don't have Assassin's Trophy mana, so we're gonna just strip mine and then Misty pass, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we got a Misty to set up for an Assassin's Trophy potentially. Right. He's probably gonna Bazaar here, trying to get to something else.
Oh, Force of Vigor. That's not good, but we can't do anything.
Rough. Okay.
Uh-oh.
He's going to get the nerf and meat trimmer.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, they had one card in hand. Or whatever it was.
That's cool. Yeah. They had to Bazaar into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we got to make sure to get our mana down.
Oh, geez. I screwed up. I don't think I put the mana down.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oh, wow. Well, we can try to have a second time and second one time.
Yeah, my only consolation myself is that the extra land wouldn't really matter at this point. I mean, it would, but yeah.
Oh gosh, there's a lot of
oh yeah.
A lot of prize. Oof. Oh, is that 3, 6, 9, 12,
That's
15?
Pretty close to lethal right there, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. My only consolation here is that it wouldn't have mattered because they have just enough on board to kill us.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool game. Cool deck.
Yeah. They did get the fourth prize amalgam. I was really hoping that they wouldn't have something to trigger like that. But
yeah.
Yeah,
okay. I think we're in the scoop phase here, so
Wait. No, don't concede yet.
Don't concede yet. All right.
Because we still have one more draw, right?
Yep. But there's nothing that we can do to answer what they have on the board. They're just going to lethal us. Yeah.
I mean, it's just Tabernacle.
Yeah. That's true.
The problem with Tabernacle is still I think there's an Icarid. Is there an Icarid?
There is an Icarid, yeah.
Yeah, there's one Icarid. Yeah. There's one Icarid there, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, they just stack it so that Icarid comes out after. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, we were so close. We mulled to 5, and and they drew into the Force of Vigor.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Did they draw into that, or did they dredge into?
Oh, I think they have one card, so they might have had that in hand, and then they, uh, I believe they actually. How did it work? They have one card in hand, so they must have actually drawn a card. Like they might have
They drew a card
drew one
for
and dredge one.
yeah. So they drew one for the turn, and then they passed over, expecting to force a vigor.
Okay.
That yeah, we
Well,
can
I'm
concede.
just gonna concede
Yeah.
here. Yeah, they.
So yeah, during our turn, they already had it. The only thing that we could have had was really a flusterstorm
Mm-hmm,
to like save us, but
yeah.
unfortunately, we didn't.
Okay,
All
that's the
right.
first time I played against Dredge in Vintage. It just does crazy stuff, and we were close, so I feel okay about that. Let's let's get into our next match here.
Sounds good. Did we have the play that? No, we were on the draw that game.
We were
right?
on the draw, yeah.
Yeah. Because it could have been a difference there, being able to potentially stabilize in game one, and Oko sometimes helps out there. You know, being able to get that life gain going on. You know, an army of 3/3s that come over time, and plus just being able to like just create elks on the other side. You know, turning that Icarid into a permanent. But there's other things that is that this matchup is so tricky.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there were actually a lot of decisions, so I probably could have played a little bit better, but mulliganing down to 5 certainly did not help. That's all I would say.
Yeah, we had to kind of dig around for stuff, and those initial hands that we saw were still too weak.
Yeah, I don't think the opening 7 was keepable. It was. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. Like it had no draw, no cantrips. Um, yeah, it just wasn't gonna get there. Just no grave hate. I do find it's interesting how we have a mix of grave hate. I guess that just keeps things, it just mixes things up, right? It's a little bit harder to fight around. All right.
Right.
We would like to play first. I'm not loving the forest, but there's also nothing to pitch here. I think this might be a mulligan. Am I being too conservative or too aggressive? In the dark.
You don't really do anything for 2 turns, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna mulligan this. I think I can find a better 6.
And if you're very like conservative against, let's say PO across the board, perhaps.
This doesn't look good enough though. This looks like we're not doing much here until turn 3, and like we have no counters, we have too many lands. Treasure Cruise is like pretty dead in the beginning, so I think this is a mulligan too. What do you think?
If we go down to 5, it's going to get really dicey, especially if we're on the play. So I would at this point probably just keep this one, and then bottoming.
Bottom like a
Underground
C. Okay. It's reasonable.
This is weaker than the first hand because we have less protection. Oftentimes, like in Vintage, I'm just sitting there waiting to see if I can survive the first turn onslaught, and that I almost would have kept that first hand, only because that it had double force backup if someone was trying to go Tinker Blightsteel on me, right?
Just slow the game down enough where you can actually grind. That's sort of our plan.
Exactly.
Oh well.
Attack probe in there. All right, it's a speedy hand. I'm thinking PO off the bat with that white mana in there as well. Yeah, definitely PO now. Okay. Oh boy. This could be a quick one. and he saw that we were on. Oh boy. See what's going on in the kill con and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, the results. We could try to fake that we're also PO. Just like conceding early, but that's just at this point we're going to be pretty far behind. Yeah, not going to look good. You want to keep them guessing?
I'm not sure. Let's see what our next draw is. If we actually have I don't know exactly how the PO deck plays out. So do they just have a deterministic kill at this point? I do not know.
So what happens with the PO decks is that they'll eventually draw so much that they're that much ahead of you.
Oh no! I don't want to. Oh, sorry. I almost pressed the wrong button here. So, all right, we're in our main. We just drew a wasteland.
Do not play this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is there any? I mean, they have to ferry, so we're kind of boned on that.
And he did see the Brazen Borrower. I think the jig is up.
Yeah. Okay, so if we're gonna actually try to win this game, what are we actually gonna be tutoring for?
Let's see.
I guess
in this case, we're not gonna win this game.
Okay, maybe just concede and move on to the next game.
Yeah, concede and move on because it's going to save you time. You're going to with the white splash, they're absolutely going to go after the Monastery Mentor kill.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we're going to try to have the Force of Vigors ready. Tabernacle is not going to help you here. Force of Negation is going to. But your MVP here is likely going to be Collector Roof.
Mm-hmm. Collector
and
Roof
then Sylvan Library out the gate.
Yeah. Let's see. What other cards are good?
Probably don't. Yeah. The
Oko is
Vendilion Click is Oko's not so great. Yeah.
Well, Vendilion Click is still better than Borrower, right? Or am I
correct? But Borrower sometimes is your only key to winning against Dark Steel Colossus. Or sorry, Blight Steel Colossus.
Blight Steel Colossus indestructible, right? Okay, so that's a bounce. Maybe we want to keep that. I wonder if we these are all good cards. So maybe a Fatal Push.
Yeah, Fatal Push is gone. No. Here, you could probably shave Armor Goyf.
Maybe shave a Goyf and maybe
those
shave a
very...
Wasteland.
No, I keep the Wastelands in because you need you need to keep the
disruption. Yeah,
disruptions down, or you need to keep their mana base in check.
Right.
The Oko here is actually probably a good bet.
Probably a cut, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right, we're keeping all of our blue. We're keeping all of our most of our disruption. Collector Roof is going to be key, so I'll keep that in mind as we mulligan. Let's jump back in.
Yeah, we had to potentially move Mole down to 5 there, which was pretty rough.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I believe this is a keep.
What did Hans say? Or Hans Jacob?
Yeah, exactly. Keep or snap keep. This is a snap keep.
There you go. It's a snap keep, yeah.
All right, we're just going to leave Fluster up.
Sounds good. I wonder if he's going to try to do any... He's probably...
I think we fluster this, right?
Just leave it.
Just leave it.
Yeah. Fluster's just too powerful here.
Okay, because we can oof with force backup, so it's not too bad. If we really needed to, we could pitch it.
Right.
Let's see. Did they chose to not shuffle?
He's probably going to just pass back.
Hmm.
Oh, better. We can just trap him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Actually, hopefully we draw land here so that we can have
I guess
real force backup.
We can fetch right now just to. There's no reason not to, right?
Don't fetch yet because you want to keep all your lands in your deck so that you can potentially get because we sided off one.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're trying to get. Oh, there we go. Sweet. We are good to go.
All right, let's get the oof down.
Yeah, let's get that oof down. The main thing I was trying to say there is that with the forest sided out, you're one less land in.
Right.
And you wanted to try to top deck a land there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
We got time walk ball.
So
right,
I think we're gonna force pitching Flusterstorm, I believe.
Time walk. You don't need time walk.
Okay. Good.
Time walk's not going to do anything for you here.
Really?
Because the Flusterstorm is a potential
Oh yeah, it's a potential thing in this war. Yeah.
Because now he's down to 1 mana.
Mana Vault.
He's just playing.
Do we do anything here?
No, because it's a dead card.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can't even use it as it comes in.
Yeah.
Huh. I think we can actually just. We're gonna play out the Underground Sea. I think we can just trophy their Tundra, right? And then that might lock it up.
They probably have an. They probably have an island.
You think so?
What you want to do is hold up your Flusterstorm and your Force Negation, whichever one applies more.
Got it.
Yeah, it's a grind from here.
We're just playing Protected Oof, right? Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Because they can't function without bouncing that guy or destroying him somehow. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good draw. I think we tap out for that. There's no reason not to.
Yeah. That should be able to seal it up too. If it resolves, he's in real trouble.
Okay. Game is ended.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah, I don't fundamentally think there's anything we need to do to our sideboarding.
Yeah, so we're on the draw now, and we're going to try to be more reactive. Maybe having a higher blue count is potentially better, but the green count needs to be up there as well.
Yeah, I've got 2 forces.
Yeah, we have the 2 force victors there.
This is the only time I can say I'm playing 8 forces in a deck. There you go.
Holy crap, that's a lot. The Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time, as you remember, we had Treasure Cruise potentially as Dama consultation at one point, mainly because it was just you have 2 cards.
I think we can cut one of these maybe for maybe a Tarmogoyf, or am I crazy?
I would almost go with an Energy Flux, but only because it can just wreck their plan if you're going to. Really,
Is there a case to be made for siding both of these cards out and just playing 2 Energy Flux, or is that crazy?
It's not crazy, but I think the Dig Through Time is great. It's like in the counter war, you kind of want that.
And Gush is Gush better than Energy Flux? I'm sorry, I haven't played much Gush in Magic at all, so I know it's powerful. I just haven't used it in practice all that much.
Gush is this. I think it's not going to help you that much. However, I don't know. It's something. It's this really good card that can get you out of jams and get you that third. So I think it's still worth over an Energy Flux.
The question is, do we do anything to bring in another Energy Flux? I think all these cards are good and better than Energy Flux
Perhaps.
number 2. Yeah, let's stick with this.
Second is not really that great. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we can really do it. I mean, we want to keep all these blue cards. They're all just good.
The main thing to keep, the reason why I often value Dig Through Time much over Treasure Cruise is that it's instant speed. Oh.
Okay, so if I were Roland Chang, I would definitely keep this. I just have to think. I have to use the part of my brain that's like, I mean, I can stop what they're trying to do. I'm on the draw. I think I keep this. Like, it's not great. It's super reactive, but it answers everything, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to keep this. I'll take full responsibility for my actions here.
Sounds good. 4 forces. Oh, he's playing Fire Blast.
Yep. All right. Well, getting a second land is really good because it means we're closer to Energy Flux.
Yep. Hopefully it's a Mox next turn.
That's interesting. We're just going draw go here.
That's
interesting.
Which is fine. We can.
Alrighty. I don't think we wasteland them. I think we just basically hold up and try to get that Energy Flux next turn. I mean, it's going to get blasted or whatnot, but I don't think there's. Yeah, I think we hold up.
I probably would have gone Wasteland there only because if he goes, third land drop plus an artifact, he's in Tinker Zone, and then you're really fighting. So.
Okay, I'm not going to fight over this.
We'll see what happens though.
Yeah.
This is really trying to predict what his move is.
Right.
And it looks like he's missing his land drop, which he's struggling for mana. This Wasteland is.
This is now interesting because we have the ability to tap out for Flux. We have the ability to tutor. Huh. So many decisions here.
You know what? So you have Demonic Tutor available. What could we potentially get off of that? Probably nothing great, except for Collector. I think he's waiting for us to make the move. So let's not flash that Wasteland yet. Burning Catacomb is good for an Underground Sea at least. Get us back on black.
Do we
try to jam?
We jam Energy Flux?
I think so, yeah.
They have 6 cards. It's going to be counters and if
right. We don't even fight it. It just like
just jam it, right? It's like show and tell here. Like just jam it.
Yeah. Just jam. But yeah, I like your idea of being able to get the Energy Fluxes down as fast as possible. I mean, in against this deck, he's going to definitely try to.
That's interesting. I don't think we really fight over this, right? Because we have so many live cards. Like we could Demonic Tutor for Oof next turn if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
I think we we let it go.
And still have double force backup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't play anything like crazy good. I mean, his hand might have been just like super slow. But I wouldn't be too surprised if he like tries to go off here because that might be just the critical turn here.
I think we just let this resolve, right?
Yeah, that resolve. That's a good one.
See what they get. Could be a combo piece. It could be a defense. I don't know.
The thing I can think of right now potentially is maybe Veil, but we're still with double force backup.
Oh, they got PO. Good. They got PO with the tutor.
How'd you know?
Oh, it's in the reveal cards hand. So I think that's. Oh, actually, no, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know. What is this then?
That's a pitch from Force.
Oh, that's a pitch from Force. I am just not not very bright right now. Oh, that's a good draw.
All good.
Yeah, that's a good draw. So
We are in good
I
position.
think we're in good shape. I think we want to Demonic Tutor for Oof, and then we want to just Wasteland their Volk, keeping up 1 mana for Flusterstorm. What do you think?
Perfect.
It's crazy how good Oof is. Let me think here. Is there anything better? I don't believe so, because that is gonna how they're gonna get locked out, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Oof.
Oftentimes, I feel like I want to go after Leovold, but it's on the greedy side.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the question is, do we Oof this turn?
Mm-mm. You want to stick to that plan where we're going after
Okay.
their mana base.
Yeah. Let's hope we can strand some cards in their hand.
Cutting off the possibility of a lightning bolt on your oof,
Mm-hmm.
but also they've really dedicated them. Ooh,
I think we just fluster here.
Yeah. That's what he DT'd for. His hand is weak.
Yep. Shields are down.
And our shields are way up. Wasteland again?
One time dealer. Oh, you called it. Yeah! You called it. All right, well, they're not. Let's play the Oof first, right? There's no reason not to.
Sure. They might, you don't want to wait, play it into a daze or something.
Exactly. Well, no, we could Wasteland first too if we wanted that.
That's true. Oof.
I like how this game is going.
Quadruple force backup. Don't have enough cards to pitch.
I mean, there's not even any value in playing the Mox, right? Although we could just play it out.
No, don't play it out. Okay. There's no need to, because you can potentially have brainstorm.
Brainstorm, yeah, get it out of there.
Yeah. It also, in the times where I am trying to just maintain psychological presence over my opponent, having that, fifth card versus, there you go, versus their full grip is still, impactful.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. So anything you want to say about this matchup at all, Roland? Being much more experienced than I am in these matters.
Not by much, man, but thank you. This matchup, Wasteland is quite dependent, or quite important here still.
Yeah.
As we saw, just wiping away his mana. If he doesn't keep something that is relatively quick out the gates, we can lock down the match really effectively with a collector roof. And we were fortunate to be able to DT into one. And I mean, I think you didn't even cast a Force of Will this game. You just cast that Flusterstorm. That's all you did, because you DT'd for an Ancestral.
Yeah. Yeah, we just jammed the Energy Flux, and that's all she wrote.
Yep.
Oh well, I'm feeling good, because in all of these matches so far, we've gone to 3 games, so they haven't felt completely one-sided for either player. So that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that the Dredge matchup was potentially winnable, but it just
it was not to be.
When they have the double.
Yeah,
that double Bazaar hand was just ridiculous.
That was nuts.
So I think that
yeah.
when they can do that, it's very tough to come back from, and that's why we kept that double waste type of hand,
right?
And try to keep them in check. But I mean, we never saw Yixley Jailer. We never saw the Ravenous Trap in time.
Yeah.
So unfortunate. But
if I could play 100 matches versus Dredge like that, I'll take my chances, because we've got more Wastelands and Disruption cards than they have Bazaars, right? Which is just 4. So I like my chances there.
Yep. Totally. Yeah, and like they've stopped running Wasteland, so it doesn't really impact your mana base as much, and you can respond pretty well and try to keep on top of them. Fortunately, we actually didn't even have to deal with a hollow one, which was something that I was kind of concerned about too.
Yeah. I think we kept in the Force of Vigors, right? I mean, there's just cards like that we can answer quite easily.
I think we might have taken them out, honestly.
Yeah.
I think those came out so that we could make more room for stuff like Assassin's Trophy.
Mm-hmm.
But look back at the video.
Yeah.
I had one match in testing against a Dredge opponent, and it came down to him at 1 life, and he was able to overcome a Tabernacle that I top decked. And what a crazy match that was. It was in game 3, but it was, I mean, Tabernacle is definitely your MVP there against the Dredge matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Ian
Marsh. This is a keep, I believe, in the dark. Like, Oof is just going to be good in so many matchups. I don't think we can mulligan this. I'm going to keep this.
You got protection.
Yeah.
Not quadruple protection like last time.
Yeah. It is tough playing a deck in blue, at least in Legacy, where you don't have red blasts. I don't know how it works out in Vintage. I suspect that red is also super valuable just to answer to Fairy and like random stuff, right?
Yeah, red is it's perfect in there for Narset.
Mm-hmm. I think that we could just Wasteland pass because we could just hide what we're trying to do, right?
No, you need to develop your board.
You think so, huh?
I think you let them kind of trap themselves because, I mean, this is just Legacy trying to creep in, just, hiding your Wastelands always.
Yeah.
So here's another instance where, I get Dig Through Time and, Treasure Cruise stuck in my hand often. And that's why I was like going after that Demonic Consultation. I'm like, maybe Demonic Consultation isn't so bad because here we can't even cast those 2 cards, but we're going to pitch 1 to force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I had so many questions from friends about Demonic Consultation when I just posted the initial 75.
Yeah.
Ren and 6.
Yeah.
What do we have here?
Oh boy.
What is this, Roland? And do we actually try to answer Ren and 6? What?
Yeah, you need to get rid of that.
Are we in a world where I have to force Ren and 6 in Vintage?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, the question is, what do we pitch? Do we pitch Leovold or do we pitch Treasure Cruise?
Treasure Cruise.
What kind of world are we living in? What is this deck? I am just so confused right now.
I think it might be like one of those, fast bond decks that uses...
Okay. Well, this is a good draw.
Yeah.
I love how they just invalidated 2 of our cards.
Yeah.
We just mulligan to 5.
Yikes.
What are we... This basic forest and mountain and Ren and 6 in Vintage? What is this? Are we playing against Jund? Do we have to force this?
I think you do. Yikes.
Oh my gosh. Are we playing against like a cube deck? I'm not trying to denigrate our opponent. I'm just like shocked. Like, what is this? All of our cards are dead.
Oh,
that's good. Okay, I think we draw now, right?
I think so.
Do we try to play around with Fluster Spell Pierce? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, he hasn't really done that much except for play for. Yeah, fortunately, I think this will resolve. Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's attack first. See if they have the.
might be actually worth playing just the Wasteland.
Just the Wasteland, you think?
Oh wait, oh no, actually no, never mind. Your Mox Jet is off because of the oof.
Yeah,
So
because of the oof.
tropical makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Tropical makes sense.
All right, yeah, let's try to get to that Leovold mana.
Yeah, I think there's what 7 or 8 fetches in there.
I think we're gonna get killed by Tarmogoyfs. We're gonna have to find one of our own Tarmogoyfs.
Yeah, fortunately we have plenty of answers to Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
We find some black mana here.
Oh, that's a good draw.
All right.
That is a good draw.
Not too bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like red, green. I wonder what that next color is.
I think this is Rug Delver in Legacy, and they're just playing it in Vintage. I'm just kidding. Yeah. They don't. That doesn't run basics.
I actually might block here.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh.
Oh, never mind. He's just gonna kill it for us.
Well, that turns on our Mox Jet, as does theirs.
Yeah, as is theirs. Yeah.
Knight's Whisper.
Okay. Oh, all right.
All right. Well, you're up a card. I mean, they're up a lot. Right? We have to force the will 2 things. Oh, I love this.
All right. 5-6. We are going to play the same game, and I think that we should be okay if we once we get to Sylvan Library here.
This is Vintage Jund. I love this.
All right. He's probably going to play another Tarmogoyf. Oh, Library. All right. Okay.
All right, let's see here.
Oh.
Yeah, we got the Tarmogoyf. Let's see if we want to get some additional things down. Narset is pretty... It's not very good here. It might be. They're drawing cards. I think we might draw the X-Rite Deathrite Shaman and just start getting stuff down and just pay 4 life. What do you think?
I think so. While he's playing Lightning Bolt, I think we're still safe to draw pay 4 life for the Deathrite here.
This is it's gonna recoup pretty soon. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we can eat their Tarmogoyf. We can eat their. We got to get rid of their Bayou too eventually.
Yeah. But, you think so, huh? So I'm just thinking. Let's see. Do we tap out for three creatures? I think we might do that, right? Because they're at 2 cards.
You can only cast 2 by my count.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because of the way the mana works. So, I think Tarmogoyf is more. Tarmogoyf and Deathrite are more valuable right now.
Yep.
Okay.
So what's going to keep you in the game here is Deathrite.
Yeah.
Because eat the other Goyf, and we're going to eat the Collector Root to kind of recoup 4 life there.
Yeah.
But at least we have shields back up.
Right.
Our Tarmogoyf future one versus their Tarmogoyf. But unfortunately, they're going to see a bunch of cards here, and if they life, that means we're going to be a little bit in trouble if they really want the second.
Yeah, although they also can't really be drawing too many extra cards. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, and we could have technically played the Leovold there. Just to
to give us card advantage if they have to bolt us. Yeah, but I think playing defense with Tarmogoyf is fine.
Yep. Oh, Chandra. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Wow. Pyroblast with Chandra. Well, there's no targets.
So this is like just a blue hate deck.
Hey, we're playing a blue hate deck too, so I'm not hating on that.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder if there's I don't think we could draw an extra card just because of... No, I think we might be able to. Just because we want to go deeper, right? But then Chandra does 4 to target creature. Yeah. I think we might have to just keep 1.
I almost want. I think that you should probably get Leovold down as soon as possible. In this case.
In this case, just get to C, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The C is going to help you be able to, potentially keep him in check as well.
Exactly. Okay, so let's get. We're gonna get green, and the question is, which one do we? I think we want to save the Deathrite mana for gaining life. Am I wrong? No, we want to drain them too, right?
I think we want to drain, but actually, we want to drain. Eventually, we'll want to attack with both Leovold and Tarmogoyf, and they'll have to decide, do I want to let Leovold through?
Their Pyroblast is no longer active. It was only that moment in time.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So I think now we're going to Wasteland. Do we Wasteland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't want another under activation. So.
Oh man, this is like. There's nothing we can do about it right now. I don't think there's any value in bluff attacking. Because they could just bolt. No, I think that's all we can do. Okay. I'll just remember to keep up the Deathrite for the following turn.
Yeah. So he's effectively at 4 right now. He's probably going to think about Chandring the Deathrite.
Mm-hmm. Astrolabe. Okay, that doesn't really help. Well, cantrips.
Huh. Yeah, he's just trying to kill us right now, which is fine.
Yeah.
Another Tarmogoyf. Okay. Oof. Yeah.
I think it's a lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get a tabernacle, or sorry, not tabernacle, a Assassin's Trophy or something. Gush doesn't really help. It's more about the Narset.
But we can Narset this turn, which is nice. So I think we just get Narset.
Yeah. Want to get rid of even Gush is a decent card to have.
Right.
To be able to Narset into. We haven't played a land this turn yet, so
no, I think. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, because we can't get a land with Narset. I guess we're just gonna have to go this way. I think we're gonna have to hold. We still hold up the black for Deathrite, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Because we get one last activation, assuming they kill it. So let's go with.
Yeah, and hopefully we get a fatal. Yeah, hopefully we can get to that fatal push.
Mm-hmm. They might have a red blast. They don't. Okay, well, we just get Brainstorm, and that's all we can do. I don't think Gush is going to help here. Okay, let's get Brainstorm.
I think Gush is Gush is better.
Oh, seriously? Oh my gosh.
I think Gush is better because then you can play more land and also get to a potentially further down instead of Brainstorm locking yourself.
Okay. Do we Brainstorm this turn?
Try to get some mana down?
Yeah.
For setting up for next turn?
Yeah. I mean, is the 2 damage worth it? Not really, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's also a blocker. It's also a blocker if they have a top deck removal or bolt or something. So I think we just...
Sure.
I think, given that I probably should have taken the Gush, but where we are now, I think we just stay the course and just do this. Just hold back.
Sounds good. Yeah, I really hope he doesn't get a lightning bolt off the top.
Yeah. If they do, there's not much we can do. It's fine.
Yeah.
Force of Vigor doesn't do... Oh, it does 2 damage. Okay. That's interesting. It didn't even attack. Okay, well, we're gonna... I'm not sure if not attacking was... I guess we can also kill them, so...
No, they're trying to save up for a Chandra ultimate. That's what that's signaling.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Ooh, nice. Um, we can at least have Tarmogoyf backup, but we really need to ding Chandra.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. They might just be dead unless we can find something with. The question is, what do we get? Are we actually getting a land here?
You're getting a land here so that you can potentially get down Deathrite and Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna get the land, and then okay, that's the main phase.
And you probably actually need to just attack into Chandra.
Oh my
Hold on one
gosh.
second. Yeah,
No, we
because
can
once
we can we
Chandra
can
also,
gain life, right? Oh no, actually no, you're right. We can't because we'll be back at 5. We're still dead. So I think we need to brainstorm into something, right? Do we brainstorm first or do we Narset first?
no, you brainstorm first
Okay.
because you have to be able to get your your defenses up.
Mm-hmm. We already played a land, so what are we actually? We're getting Leovold and Underground Sea back. Yeah.
So Underground Sea first, and then Leovold.
It doesn't really matter because we're going to Narset right now.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're hoping that we can get into a Assassin's Trophy.
Time Walk is nice.
Oh, Time Walk.
Unfortunately, we
Brazen
have to.
Armor is also another one.
Yeah, I know, but we can't get it. So unfortunately, we have to tell our opponent that we have Time Walk.
No, Time Walk kills them because we can activate Deathrite twice now.
Perfect. Actually, let's resolve. Let's do this right. Let's resolve Time Walk first.
Okay. Alrighty. And play your Deathrite before you forget.
Mm-hmm. I think we pass. It doesn't really matter, but oh, that's also nice. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. That was clutch.
Oh.
That was clutch.
That was clutch.
Wow, we're playing against
for the win.
Jund. All right, let's see what we should do here. I think most of our main deck's actually quite good. This does kill enchantments. I think we want another Assassin's Trophy because we actually want removal here.
Yep. Deluge doesn't really do anything there either.
Toxic Deluge might be a good board control card, but I don't know for sure.
I think it's just too even.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be so low in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking about fair matchups like this, I'm thinking about shaving some amount of counter spells, but that's not in this format. Right. So am I wrong thinking that?
You're not wrong in thinking that, but I think Force of Negation is the weakest out of those forces.
Yeah. So let's see what we try to do here. Looks like we decided to keep that.
Yeah, being on the draw, I think it made sense for us since we needed to potentially force something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we decided that we really needed to force this Deathrite, but actually, I think we did because it was going to potentially land like a turn 2, 3 drop.
Right. And that's the beauty of these replays is that we can try to reconstruct what we might have done. I remember at this time in the match, I was also a tiny bit stressed out because we had a lot less clock than our opponent. But but yeah, we ended up force of willing the Deathrite, and let's see what happens here. And obviously, they passed a turn.
Yeah. I think I remember there was one point where I was like, we are not going to win this one. And it just felt like it might have been, a potential like, enter scoop phase type thing. But I think it was worth checking out some more tech for sure. And
Yes.
this thing, I think, caught by surprise too. We didn't even see. I don't think we saw Arkham's Astrolabe in game one, right?
No, I don't believe we did. We saw Chandra and Tarmogoyfs, and at this point, it looks like the opponent is pretty far ahead.
Right.
Once again,
And
they're
we beat out that Chandra.
yeah,
That was a nice game one to capitalize on it.
it
But
definitely was. I think Chandra was at what 7 loyalty or something, and we barely made it.
yeah, barely made it. Yeah, this part right here was tough because normally we can at least get our wasteland online and then don't have to play this, one drop a turn type of situation. And if I recall, this deck was quite powerful because it could keep red up, and anytime I see that,
Right.
it means that the guy's probably just holding a Pyroblast ready for us.
Right. Because of the nature of the format Vintage, it's like all of our good cards are blue, and it seems to be very good to be having Pyroblast in basic lands. Yeah, because our deck is really a meta call, right? Like it's not meant to be playing against a deck like this.
Yeah, and right there, where he just wasteland passed instead of like taking out our Underground Sea, that was almost like a dead giveaway that he was holding up Pyroblast there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good heads up thing. So let's see what we try to decide to do here. Right. We basically decided that they probably have the Pyroblast, but we're not going to have 3 mana for long, so we basically just need to put them to the test.
Yeah, I think we tried to jam it there. And straight into a Pyroblast. There was the argument to potentially, put in a Narset instead, but it seemed like Leovold was, I don't know, maybe a slightly better call there. Just so maybe I think it would just be nice to get some creature down and then start bashing in, or at least generate some more card advantage there.
Exactly. Leovold was more impactful at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's also the argument of, you could do the Narset first, since he could potentially take you off of, the 3 colors. Oh wait, never mind. Other way around. Sorry.
Yeah, the other thing
I think that was the reason why.
Yeah. The other thing I was considering was just that they're very likely to have. I mean, they're very likely to have Red Blast, which they did, but they're also very likely to have something like another Lightning Bolt. And so, if your Narset gets Lightning Bolted after one use, it really didn't give you a ton of value, whereas Leovold could at least recoup you in cards. So that was also on my mind. Yeah.
Oh, so we got.
Yeah, we definitely want to make good use of our mana here. And I believe we just chose Brainstorm.
Yeah, we chose Brainstorm there.
Yeah. Yeah, not too much we can do at this point, but I think we're still feeling fine. They didn't have too much pressure on board yet.
Yeah, at this point, it seems like we were still in a good spot. Obviously, with him having up to 5 mana over there, that was potential hard cast force territory. But there was a play here that I think I feel like we wanted to potentially take, but ended up not doing it because it was more just like bouncing the Deathrite and then taking advantage of that bounce, plus like playing our own Deathrite to start generating a little bit more tempo there.
Right.
Well, let's see what we did here. Yeah.
Okay, so we see trophy, dig, and Oko. And we go for the Oko, thinking that it would be a way to stabilize.
Maybe it was too early to Oko there. I think that was the thing, because but Oko was like the best possible threat that we could do, right?
Mm-hmm. But you're saying
So,
that
like, all right, now what?
you're saying that instead of playing Oko this turn, we might have petty thefted or done something else.
I think throwing out like a bait card, like petty theft, onto the death right to slow him down further, to see like what was going on the other side, and then also get our death right down. I know it's tapping us out, but that's getting more threats out there. I think we eventually actually got our death rate down anyways, but it's not as effective. Because with him having to, cast his own death rate again and then wait another turn to be able to use it, that's where we're stealing some more of that tempo.
Gotcha.
And I'm not sure where this one, I forgot what happened here for this particular one. Oh, mental misstep.
It was just so they didn't. Okay, just so they didn't pay life. Not sure why they fetched, but there must have been.
Oh, get the Assassin's Trophy.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Well, I guess I could have done it anyways with the other tapping another Arcan's extra lid too.
Right. Okay, they drain us.
And this is unfortunate when we're losing Narset there. It was nice to grab that Oko. I think we were like super excited that it was just, kind of a gratuitous type of moment.
Yeah.
We're like, yay, we get it. And now we're going to just get comboed out. Yeah. I mean, he had the exact answers for us, and he wasn't like, necessarily panicking or anything.
Right.
I mean, you have a Night's Whisper in hand, and like
it
all
was,
those.
It was really interesting
already.
for me playing the match to see Night's Whisper. I mean, I didn't even think that card would be good enough for Vintage, but I mean, I guess it doesn't cost one, so, and it fits their colors because they're not playing blue at all.
Oh yeah, this was unfortunate. We had a second Leovold Pyroblasted in this game. Ouch.
Yeah, it is interesting that we took the Leovold line. I guess we took the Max Greed line with Oko and Leovold whenever we had it, which I probably would still make the play, but I didn't even think that much about petty thefting, which might have been an oversight, just not even considering that line to sort of delay them or slow them down. Yeah.
I think it could have potentially like had messed up their whole sequencing a little bit more. But what it does is open up like one turn of potentially getting extra mana. And I think that's what we kind of wanted here. But we lost that death right anyways, so it was kind of a moot point.
Yep.
Because he had a mental misstep waiting for it. Well, we actually protected our brainstorm instead by casting that death right.
So right here we brainstormed, and I'm trying to remember what we put back. Okay. Looks like we wanted to play this out. And then we decided to bounce the Sylvan Library. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that play. I guess we thought we would just hold up the Deluge because we wanted them to potentially overextend.
Right. It was more of a desperation play right there.
Yeah.
In this board state, especially with the time constraints there, once it reached about 7 minutes or 7 minutes 15 seconds, that's to me the equivalent about 15 minutes left in a round, and I probably would have just called it quits. And then I think right after this, especially that like a second, like threat out there like a tireless tracker.
Right.
This seems pretty far behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's going to also get Sylvan down. It just wasn't looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we shortly after probably.
Yeah, I'm just fast forwarding here. Yeah, it looks like we didn't see anything, just these two critters, and Chandra will just does it. So we actually let it play out, which might have been a mistake in hindsight, because we took off 2 more minutes from the clock. So that's definitely a lesson learned. So let's go into the game number 3.
That's a tough situation, though. I think you want to, you have creatures on the board you're attacking in, and, it seems like time's on your side. But Chandra's like an automatic 4 damage at that point.
Yeah.
Because we can't kill it with one of those creatures, and then the second turn she gets to activate again.
Yeah, the only out we had was Assassin's Trophy for something like that, which, we we're really far behind then. So it looks like for game 3, we're on the play, and we decided to side out the Toxic Deluge, and that was pretty much the change. Like, basically it wasn't doing enough in this matchup, so let's see what we try to do here.
Sure. It might have been correct to have force negation, because then you have all these, other big non-creature threats that they're trying to get into. But or even force of vigor to mess up with astrolabes that we saw, plus Sylvan Library that we saw in that game as well.
Yeah. I think I would have liked to play the force of vigor maybe a little bit more than the force of negation, but I see your point for leaving both of them in, just because they also have Sylvan Library and things like that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so this opening 7, I believe I decided to mulligan. It's nice to review this. I don't know, if we could run this back again, what do you think?
This one, it seems kind of weak.
Mm-hmm.
Only because you have Gush in there. You have another uncastable blue card to dig through time. You have 0, control, and you just have a fatal push that can be, paired up with your Deathrite, and maybe if you're lucky, have Assassin's Trophy on for 1 turn.
Mm-hmm.
But that's assuming Wasteland actually has a target too. So this one's one of these that I would likely mulligan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we made that decision though.
Yeah, I believe we did. It looks like the opponent mulligan. Oh, actually, did we? Wow, we kept this. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I think in hindsight I would have mulliganed, because the Wasteland and Gush are effectively kind of dead cards for the first couple of turns. Yeah.
Yeah, big combo.
Yeah, I think what happened was I was just I was thinking, okay, worst case I could Wasteland my own Wasteland just to get green for whatever they want to play out. And also we're running low on time, so that was going through my mind, and probably not the most rational play.
Yeah, we were definitely feeling the pressure there, and I think at one point I was like, James, do your thing. I feel like we see ourselves in the red zone here already.
Yeah,
can be pretty tough. Roughest part here, I think he drops another Deathrite.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, and then we just continued to find all the 3 drops that we cannot cast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is where Gush is kind of just punishing us even more. It's like, oh yeah, you're kind of a dead card. Same with Take Through Time. Well, able to Assassin's Trophy.
Yeah, which is rough because it actually ramps him up in this case.
Okay.
Yeah. The Tarmogoyf becomes a problem.
Yeah, I do remember this was quite a crazy game though. and because we got to like kind of stabilize a little bit from this position, which is ridiculous.
Right.
But stabilizing requires time too. So
yeah, I think it speaks to the power of
under the gun.
Yeah, it just speaks to the power of blue cards. I mean, we looked really far behind at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so gave us a forest. And then we drew another blank basically.
Yeah, this was such an awkward mana base for colorless, green, and black.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Pernicious Deed mana.
Yeah, the game was sort of decided when we decided to keep the opening 7, I feel, just looking back on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like, judging by what Ian Marsh here played against us, that Deathrite, the second Deathrite, a Tarmogoyf to follow up, and then a Pyroblast. It was like an efficient type of, a rather efficient hand, but it was not necessarily overpowering. Whereas, like, if we had something that was a little bit more stable, I think we would have been able to go like turn 1 Deathrite, turn 2 into maybe a Tarmogoyf or something, and go on from there.
Right.
Oof.
Right.
Yeah, this was.
At this point, it definitely felt like the opponent was running like 6 Pyroblast or whatever, right?
Yeah, I mean, using that Veil of Summer to be able to just draw a card for free, yeah, pretty sweet.
I've definitely had that happen to me many times in Legacy.
Mm-hmm. And this is where we got a little lucky. Finally got to 2 islands so we could gush. But and I think like being able to dig through time here was pretty big. And he already used his Pyroblast that pretty impactful on our ancestral that we were trying to get through.
Do you remember what we chose?
I think Oko, because we were like, sweet, that's awesome, and then probably Brainstorm, which was likely. I don't think that was the right call if we did get the Brainstorm, because it didn't really seem to help us answer Tarmogoyf, but we might have picked up that trophy in Oko.
Yeah, I'm really hoping we did. We ended up picking up those 2 cards. Yeah, they seem to be the highest impact.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just hoping that they ran out of basics at this point.
Yep.
And they didn't. Yep.
Yeah,
2 Tarmogoyfs, 2 Deathrites, just playing a fair game, which is what we were trying to do as well.
Yeah.
Okay, this is when we gushed.
Right, and I think there was like an opportunity here. Oh gosh, this is where we're basically panicking because there's like a minute left on our clock.
Yeah, there might have been a cooler heads prevail type of play here where we went for the click or the Narset. Yeah, it looks like we panicked a little bit, so we decided to keep everything, thinking that we could just bounce the Tarmogoyf.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was a land drop miss there, so that's where we could have gotten Underground Sea back down and then had 3 mana up to be able to, I think, either Narset or Vendilion Click after his draw phase.
Right.
Because we had like Brazen Bower in mind to bounce there, which is fine. I mean, you're getting away from bolt range. So many things that could happen there because we saw so much on the other side.
Right. Yeah, let's see what we did here.
Yeah, there's like all the possible answers coming through.
Mm-hmm.
It was great, but it was just that was all right. So I think yeah, it was nice to have all these different answers and cards coming in our way. Like I felt like there was a momentum swing, but having to rush through our decisions, we surely impacted. It impacted our decision to think a little more clearly on this one.
Absolutely. If we assume that we have infinite time in this, replay, it looked like we were doing good now because we now have a force backup. Okay, we have another force backup, and we could just play the waiting game, right? Actually, at this point, if it wasn't for the clock, I wouldn't have even elk the Tarmogoyf. Basically, you just make another food token and pass, or you just make your Mox Jet into an elk. Like you can just basically play draw go. If they don't have a sweeper, you basically just slowly grind them out. I think that's what we should have done.
Yeah, and this is speaking to the power of Oko as well.
Right.
It's incredible how suddenly just this planeswalker that's only been in play a couple turns has like really turned the whole tide on this opponent, and I'm sure Ian Marsh was feeling it. But the comfort of having 12 minutes on their clock versus ours being at 6 seconds.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
This is.
I know that. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, but I'm just thinking about this play. Like, yeah, we were just desperate. If we didn't try to elk the Tarmogoyf, then it also wouldn't have gotten veiled. Yeah, we should have just made food tokens and just kept going. That's probably the right play here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we pitched Force of Will,
right.
So we could have just like played very patiently. And unfortunately the clock ran out. But I don't know how it would have went in this hypothetical state where we had more time on the clock. But it did look like we were stabilizing. I mean, now we don't know what they had in their 3, but we could have answered anything had we had 2 Force of Wills backed up, basically.
So the way I look at it this way is we, with double Force of Will backup there, plus, Brazen Borrower and Exile Zone, we had this game completely locked up because not only did you have Leovold preventing them from, getting any further, like, Night's Whisper type of effects, or even Astrolabe to kind of cycle through more of their deck. They had to deal with all these other creatures being built up. Your food tokens that were you could potentially get up to 20 life again, but obviously that's really gonna take like about 5-10 more minutes, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah, and so that it was tough luck, and that was the end of our league. And I wanted to ask you, Roland, if you had any final thoughts on the playthrough. I mean, it was obviously frustrating what happened in this round 5, but I mean, just in general about this deck and how things played out.
Well, first of all, I think you did a great job of piloting it. I think that it's not an easy thing to kind of go through and try to sequence, even though it does, like we said, plays like a legacy deck, and it has these broken moments and has the ability to be a little more resilient and come back. I love the deck. I think that the deck is quite strong. That Treasure Cruise spot, I'm still on the fence about. I feel like it should simply just go back to being another blue spell, such as Gitaxian Probe, so that we can get another sorcery in the graveyard, but also at the very least know what we're playing up against. And that knowledge going into games 2 and 3 is where we get to demonstrate where our knowledge of this metagame and how to combat it, plus also not give away too much of our own information and then going into games 2 and 3. So I think that would be the tweak that I would make, because as you saw with Dig Through Time, once we did that in game 3 of that last match, there's no room for another Delve spell. There's with your Deathrite Shamans already eating away at it. There are potential Deathrite Shamans eating away at the graveyard. It didn't seem like there was that much of, more to delve. And maybe it's just the frequency of having an additional delve spell that you can have one or the other and dig yourself out of that situation. But I don't love that when they're both in your hand and you're most of the time probably just, tossing that treasure cruise, because it's better to have the card selection that you get through dig through time.
Is there a case to be made for running some of the tutors that are pretty much staples in Vintage, like in PO, for example, a mystical tutor, a vampiric tutor, personal tutor, or things like that? Or is this just not the right shell for that?
I would say it's probably, it's not the right shell, because a lot of these tutors, they're just going to stick it right on top of your library, so it's the next draw. The demonic tutor is impactful as soon as it's being played. Yep. Whereas, you have to wait until the end of turn of your opponent's draw phase, and then your opponent's end phase, and then at the same time you're trying to set up more of a combo kill. So as we've seen in a few recent lists, like David Kaplan's, featuring that Thassa's Oracle plus the Demonic Consultation. I mean, that's a pretty impactful change, but you have to also be ready for those awkward draws when you get that Thassa's Oracle. You're like, oh, this is just terrible, right?
Totally. The other thing I was wondering about, Roland, and of course I'm speaking from a place of I just literally just play one league with the deck and I'm not as experienced as you are, but is there a case to be made for a third Collector Oof somewhere in the main or in the sideboard? Because it just felt like a really good card in a lot of matchups. There's one matchup where we essentially tutored for the Oof. It was the best card in our deck. I don't know, and it just maximizes the chance of you getting that turn one Oof, which locks out a lot of games, opponents, to be honest. So I don't know if you ever considered that, or is it just too tight to fit a third one in?
No, I think the third one would probably come into the sideboard. And I think you're spot on with, seeing that Collector Oof is a very impactful card. And in that slot, or in the second Flusterstorm slot, is where I think a lot more people have had that third Collector Oof. Whereas I feel a little bit more comfortable having Flusterstorm. But that is also just me playing against some other PO decks and having that up, or even another combo deck. This is probably going back to Underworld Breach or something. And if I saw somebody trying to combo off there, or maybe a Doomsday combo off, a Collector Oof's not really necessarily going to do anything. But it's a combo slot that you're trying to hate out.
Okay. No, that sounds reasonable. So overall, I'm really happy with the deck as well. I mean, it just seems super powerful from the games that we played, and I definitely will be trying to play in a couple more leagues with this. So I really appreciate you sort of walking us through the league. And if you have a little bit more time, we can also look at some deck lists. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure. And thanks for inviting me on to do this stuff. I think it's a new experience for me, and it's been a lot of fun.
It's a new one for me too, and I'm sorry for playing so badly whenever I have. I mean, I'm not saying that I play perfectly when I'm not Skyping with somebody else, but it's something new for me too. It's just kind of talking through the plays and things like that. So,
well, James, if you ever want to see someone play badly on Moto, you can just let me take control of the the Moto handles there. I would probably misclick about 5 times in any given game. So I think you've definitely shown me how to go about doing it correctly, and there's a lot of clicks. I mean, I just hear this click, click, right?
Yeah, that's right. And the clicks get louder and more rapid as I get more desperate, and the clock's running out. Yeah. So
Game 3.
Yeah.
10 seconds left. What do I do?
I know. Okay, so we're at MTG Go Fish. We're looking at the Vintage BUG Midrange section. So why don't we look at your friend's list first? So Dave Kaplan. So let's take a look here. It looks like Dave plays regularly online, and you just mentioned it. So, anything you want to say about this list? We're just looking at variations of a BUG Midrange, obviously.
Yeah. So the thing about Dave, he's also a New Yorker and lives probably about a mile away from me. So we do a heavy amount of testing, and his bug list going into Eternal Weekend North America last fall was very similar to this. I think that he was also testing out stuff like Thoughtseize. He suggested to Joe Brennan, who actually took the event down, to put in I think it was Liliana. No, actually, no, it wasn't Liliana. It was I think it was Oko, and trying to get him to use Oko in combination with like other threats like Liliana, The Last Hope, and here he is experimenting with other things. And we had this discussion maybe like a week prior to him doing so well with it. Here, the Stax Oracle plus Demonic Consultation.
Mm-hmm.
And super proud of him. I think that he definitely found a way to win with this thing. And what I told him at the time was that it reminded me of the way that I used to stick random combo like Time Vault Key into a workshop deck, like a 5-color workshop deck, and that's where you can just win out of the blue, right? And it's almost like Tinkerblade Steel,
right?
And it is a possibility to sneak up on your opponent that way, and where you're trying to represent a fair deck here, right? But then you have Vampiric Tutor in there, you have Mystical Tutor,
right.
And just being able to power out these type of things, plus like Demonic Consultation, if you just want to find that extra force of will that's going to save your butt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is really interesting because like we were just talking about it, and it wasn't like I was preparing for looking at his list, but it makes a lot more sense when you have the Oracle to have these silver bullet tutors, right? Otherwise, like in a shell like yours, it doesn't make as much sense for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what else Oracle could be good for beyond just really that combo finish.
Mm-hmm.
Take a look at that really quick. I mean, I've read through this card probably a good 2-3 times. I mean, obviously you can kill with it.
I know it's like my eyes always just glaze over the scry effect because it's like it doesn't do anything 99% of the time, right? Because like I see people play this in Doomsday. It's basically a better Lab Maniac. Like it doesn't. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it does something. It sort of like maybe it does something without actually winning the game. I have no idea.
So you get to put up to one of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom of your library.
Yeah.
So does that combine with your other tutors? Like if you're going to do like Mystical Tutor into Ancestral and then put the Thassa's Oracle in play, or get your Ancestral into play or into your hand?
Yep. Yeah,
no?
You could do that, I think.
No, it's only on top of because you don't get to draw it.
Yeah, so, it just puts it there. So it doesn't seem to really do anything other than combo with a Demonic Consultation, right?
Yeah, I don't see it really doing that much.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, you can always say that it pitches the force of will. So that'll justify it. Yeah,
that will justify it. Yeah, and Dave's running one Sylvan Library in the main deck, which is pretty standard, and it actually looks like you guys have you said you guys talk, right? So it's very similar sideboards actually.
Yeah, and then you have that second Collector Oof moved over to the sideboard.
Right.
So he went a little lighter on Yuxla Jailer, so they get up on the Ravenous Trap. I think those Ravenous Traps are tough to time, but if you're able to time it well, especially against something like maybe a survival deck that uses that Bazaar,
mm-hmm.
and trying to get those Vengevines in play, that could be his rationale behind it.
The vintage noob question here, Roland. Like, can you talk a bit about Daze? Like, I sometimes see Daze as a one of in these decks, and it must be just because the decks are so tightly constructed, but it almost makes me wonder if days is restricted. Like what's up with the 1 days in these decks?
So those are, and I feel like those are style points. Like being able to just run your favorite legacy card in there as a one-off because you can get your opponent with that one. And in a format where fast mana comes so quickly, and you feel like most people can probably just pay for it, I think you'd be surprised. And there's a lot of vintage players that will run into a daze, and Workshop will not be able to pay for that extra 1 day's mana. So hopefully they can go Mox Workshop into a Trinisphere or something. But I would say most people will play straight into the daze, and that's where you can get away with that one. And it's kind of a gotcha moment. But if this deck, and it seems to be very light on mana, if this deck is light on mana, it's going to need that extra backup so that when it does tap out, it's going to be able to just like resolve what it needs to resolve. And since it's playing like a combo deck here at times, and you're going to have to likely, maybe get up to 3 mana, just trying to do really quickly, get that Thassa's Oracle down, plus, get the Demonic Consultation, rattle it off in 1 turn. Daze is going to sometimes be your only, counter spell that's going to hold you up while they're like early in the turns, and you got them like turn 2.
Yeah,
so I think that's Dave put his little spin on it, and was able to also protect himself a little bit more. So I think it's a smart move.
Yeah. I almost think of this as a flex slot. Like, I think he's running one less land than we are. I don't know. I guess there's multiple flex slots, but it's really interesting. Like, it looks like he's running 1 less wasteland, and whereas I might have just thought, okay, I should probably just run 1 more mana source or 1 more wasteland. Maybe that's just my personal preference and likely yours, right?
Yeah, I like having more wastelands. So where he's going like more the combo route, it doesn't really make sense for him to have as many wastelands when he needs to get to black mana or green or blue mana right there immediately.
Gotcha. So let's look at another deck list that finished in the Vintage Challenge. And I want to actually look at Reader Rabbit, which is Reed Duke. So Reed plays Vintage as well. Let's look at his list.
He always has some really cool, interesting lists, and wouldn't be surprised that there, some little innovations here, but also like he has the one little days there. I've seen that, some players have experimented a bit with Greensun Zenith, and that's to be able to get, your. It doesn't look like he has Tarmogoyf.
No Tarmogoyf, and is running Chase the Mind Sculptor. And Library of Alexandria, so this is more like a BUG upper mid-range control type of thing.
Yeah. So maybe in the case of like, I don't know the exact online metagame, but if it's heavy control, that Library of Alexandria is going to go a long way. And it's not often that you see too many wasteland decks on the blue control side. So it's probably going to just go run wild if you land that turn 1 library and keep on going. But the Jace the Mind Sculptor edition is a very interesting edition there. I think he's only running 3 Moxen, right?
Let's take a look here. Actually, yes. The 3 Moxes in the Lotus, yeah.
Okay, cool. So maybe it really just comes down to playstyle here as well. Just having, instead of going after the beater, he's now he has a singleton Thoughtseize, which is, you'll see it quite often. Maybe about a good 3-4 months ago, there was people testing around with Thoughtseize, but I think at times Thoughtseize was just too slow. He has the Gataxian Probe in there, which is I think that's probably where my Treasure Cruise is going to be. But he also is running a different disruption suite for removal, and that's Abrupt Decay, which is a really smart move, especially if you just want to win the whole, low to the ground battle and not have to rely on something that's counterable like Assassin's Trophy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and the sideboard is also interesting. Like, I guess Steel Sabotage is a fairly popular card in Vintage, and then it's just like a lot of one-ofs, and I guess it's just very easy to find them. Yeah, I mean, there's one Tarmogoyf in the sideboard, and Nature's Claim, Tabernacles are pretty standard. 2 Leyline of the Voids. That's interesting.
I'm not really sure about the count of Leyline, but I mean, having more than one in play is always redundant. So maybe he's just diversifying his entire graveyard hate suite, so that if it gets Force of Vigored, then they're only being able to use or one pitch card to be able to kill off one of the threats.
Right.
So it's not a 2-for-1,
right,
or 2-for-2. The Steel Sabotage is actually not as common as you think. It has been used in the past, but I don't see it being used a ton right now. I mean, it might be just for quick answer to Blightsteel Colossus, and you'll notice that he's not running any Brazen Borrower here either, so that might just be his bounce spell.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a 1-for-1, so it doesn't seem super high impact. Maybe in this metagame right now.
Yeah, or just being able to take care of an early Bolas' Citadel, just bouncing it back into their hand after they've already gotten it down with Tinker. Yeah, it's a interesting list, and it's definitely different than the other ones I've seen. I also want to I also wonder if you know this player, because this player Ben Illig, his list looks very, very similar to what we're running. It might be almost exact. You know what? It's possible that this is either Ben Mason or Ben Lucas.
Oh, okay.
So I think, let's see.
Yeah, not to put you on the spot or anything, but like it's very similar.
Yeah, so both these guys, I mean, there's a lot of Bens in the world, but I know 2 Bens that have spoken with regularly with Joe Brennan and worked with him on the deck. And I mean, I think this is very similar to some of the lists that you'll see popping up on the East Coast. Can't say that I see that it only went 3 and 2.
Well, it's a prelim, so that's still pretty good. Yeah.
The 2 Spell Pierce is probably a little suspect. I probably wouldn't go as heavy on Spell Pierce there. But overall, it looks very similar. And the Veil of Summer is another thing that I found that it was actually not as fantastic to play that card. I didn't think that it was not as good as I thought it would be in a lot of matchups. So
I mean, it's very reactive, right? Like if you're using it just to win some kind of counter battle, or using it to stop their tendrils, it doesn't seem to be very proactive in that sense.
Exactly. Yeah, and if I had to guess, this is likely not either Ben Lucas or Ben Mason on the East Coast. This is probably because Joe's trademark, or his trademark card here is Vendilion Click, and he swears by it. And after playing with that card for the last 2 tournaments that I've played in, I definitely am on the same boat there. I think that Vendilion Click is a lot of times underrated, and just being able to mess around with even just one card in opponent's hand that might be the key card that allows him to combo off, do something, or the crucial turn where you're just like ripping it right out of the hand. It's very, very big and comes into like a really cool situation when you have Narset in play and you're doing it on their turn after they've drawn, or have a Leovold in play and the same thing.
Yes, that's some really awesome synergy. Of course, yeah. Okay, so let's just take a real quick look at the most recent list for BUG Midrange. I won't take up too much of your time, I promise. Like recent vintage leagues. So I don't know if you know any of these players, but they had some really interesting lists as well. This is Shingro.
Yeah, I'm not actually familiar with any of the like a lot of the MTGO aliases, only because I know who Montilio is, Power 9, and maybe like a couple others, but I would only be familiar with them if I saw them in like MTG top 8 deck lists when I'm looking at deck lists before an event.
Yeah, regardless of whether you know this individual, Clone 9, I found this list to be super fascinating. This is a list that 5-0'd the Vintage League. It's actually running Mana Gorger Hydra, which actually reminds me of like the old school, what was that Dryad that got a +1/+1 every time you played a spell or something like that? It's like an old school
Quirion Dryad.
Exactly, Quirion Dryad, yes. And it also runs Bolas Citadel and the Tinker package. Or I should just say Tinker Citadel package, which is really, really funky. And it's also running like some high-end curve planeswalkers like Vraska, Karn, and Jace. So, yeah, this is a kind of a wild one.
Is there a Mycosynth Lattice in the sideboard at all? Nope.
No, I wish there was. Yeah, for that additional combo kill, right? Yeah.
Maybe it's just so it has access to
Crypt. Spellbomb.
I mean, it's still it's a null rod effect instead of using, and it's one-sided null rod effect instead of using a second collector oof. But I mean, I don't think it's so I can't knock this deck. I think it's like it's built correctly in the sense that it's doing two things here. It's trying to do this mid-range thing halfway, but is also doing this combo thing halfway as well, almost all the way. And it can switch gears halfway through. And I like that has the flexibility of doing that, so that judging by the hand that you get, you can then, tailor your game and then keep your opponent guessing. So it seems like, transformational. However, it is, it just can go leaning one way or the other, depending on what is, post board, what is a little bit more beneficial for them.
Right.
And it's actually a really, really cool deck. And to see Mana Gorger Hydra being used, especially as a beater, and like early on, if you get it down, Lotus, Mana Gorger Hydra, followed up with like, force backup, it's almost game over.
Yeah.
So,
well, I said it's interesting, but I didn't say I was sold on it, because like it feels like it's sort of overly hedging on two axes, and like it also has this vibe of like, I don't want to scoop to Dredge in game one. Like it has one main deck Yixla Jailer and it has the Karn. Like I'm not sure about that. That's just me though.
I don't know if I might have mentioned this to you. Let's see, like maybe 2-3 weeks ago, before we started recording, and that there was Survival was probably the worst possible matchup for BUG Midrange, and I might have sent you like me staring down turn 1 10 power on the opposite side, because they went nuts and like Vengevine was in play and everything. So this is maybe just them hedging their bets up against a lot of the current metagame that they've seen, and then just having a toolbox that you can DT into that Yixla Jailer, or turn 1 into that, which is pretty impactful if you already know what your opponents are on and can soul read them.
Yeah.
Maybe protect it up with days. Wow, 2 days is here too. So
yeah. Also the Yawgmoth's Will. Yeah, that's this is a bug control combo. You can do it all, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very innovative list, and it's using also Vraska, which caught my eye. Um, that card I probably have read only once in my life, but let's see what's going
Me too, man.
on.
Me too.
Yeah, I think it's a draw card if you sacrifice. All right. Um, okay, so it can destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost. So this thing can kill an Emrakul. Oh wait, no. Converted mana cost 3 or less, so it
Yeah.
cannot kill Emrakul. So it can kill the opposing Oko. It can kill the Leovold if it gets down.
Hmm.
Um, so whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, that player loses.
Loses the game.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's another kill con. I don't. It. I
Yeah.
think it's overall like a fair card. Maybe I should try it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the most impactful is drawing a card, obviously, the +2, right? The other thing that's just
Hmm.
Vraska has going for her is that she doesn't die to abrupt decay. That's like probably like an
Sure.
actual thing that comes up, right? So yeah, I'm not.
Yeah. Draw a card, be able to have removal, and then also win con.
Mhm.
So overall, I think it's a solid card. I and the one of is it definitely can probably throw people into a whirl if they're not really prepared for it.
Right.
And this is one of the reasons why I like to play Assassin's Trophy. It's like you have cards that Abrupt Decay cannot hit, and this is one of those things that you're like, all right, well, you have to be. I mean, even in paper, you can get some crafty players that want to play their pet cards that their pet deck, and
Hmm.
they want to try to get you with something else. And Managorger Hydras, I think that is a valid creature threat. But of course, Swords of Plowshares also takes care of it too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Somehow I don't think you have to quite get those Japanese foils of Managorger Hydra and Vraska yet. So for those who don't know, like Roland is a big on Japanese foils. Like I believe your deck is entirely Japanese foil, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Most of it, if
Well, the ones that can
possible.
be. I mean, you're not gonna go and find like Japanese foil Moxen or something, right?
Those don't exist yet, right?
Yeah.
So I can't.
They do if you
But
want to play
I do
proxy, but
definitely.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. If I want to play proxy, I think the only things that I've turned into Japanese just through an altruist that I worked with is just let's see, Force of Wills, Lightning Bolts, and then coming up Source of Plowshares and Reanimates.
Right.
So like all old school art, I prefer that plus like Japanese on my card. That way, I just don't have to actually remember what they actually do, and forces me to commit it to memory.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, Roland, thank you so much for your time. It's been a wonderful pleasure running through this league with you, and I'll definitely be running through a few more leagues on my own with this powerhouse deck.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for having me, and yeah, good luck with the deck, and hopefully we'll see you take it down a 5-0 or get into the vintage challenge top 8.